show my fucking email like that. Whatever, it's fine.
That would not be good.
It's fine. I've already shown it once before. Whatever. It's not hard to find. Ain't no one gonna watch the first 2 seconds of the video.
Oh, I forgot my password is. Wait, actually,
Don't say your password. I'm streaming. Welcome to 5 Nights at Freddy's. Should I Apparently, there's already someone else here, or unless there's 2 accounts here. Do you have 2 tabs open with the slideshow?
No.
No, well, there's. I don't know. I guess someone's here.
Wait.
Whatever.
Okay, well, I'm just not gonna use an account, I guess, because I can't sign in.
It scrolls over here.
Anonymous.
Why is there's people appearing? It must be bots or something.
I think it's.
I don't know. It is really funny that is appearing just randomly. I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull up your chat.
I was gonna put on like FNAF music in the background. Should I like put on like the FNAF World OST?
Do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
copyrightable?
Do. Who cares?
Bro, I've already. Whatever.
It doesn't. I don't make money. What does it matter?
I mean, when you do though.
Yeah, but like most of my videos aren't copyrighted, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, I need like 950 more subscribers.
All right, we're here. We have every single character, maybe. God damn it! What did I do? Sigh.
Oh wait, I can't hear the music. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, hold on. Where's...
Are you ready to see every FNAF character? I'm joined here by Wyatt, GummiiBear. Subscribe to GummiiBear on YouTube, guys.
GummiiBear 50. Not GummiiBear, not like the GummiiBear song. Get it right. That.
My fault. Should I begin? Are you ready to learn?
No.
I might add to it as we go along.
Hold on. How long do you plan this to be?
I don't know. However long I can keep you here is the correct answer.
Okay. Hold on.
This is like, if we were to read everything, it would be over 3 hours.
Okay. Actually, I guess I could do like 2.5.
Works for me. We'll speedrun then. We won't read everything. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm not on Clash.
What do you mean hop on fire, dude? Oh my God.
No.
That's it. I'm going to FNAF 1. That's it. It's over for you. All right.
What is that? Wait,
you got FNAF 1, right? So, I have a bunch of fucking overviews. Basically, the overviews are just gonna explain stuff that I don't want to put on like every character. The FNAF 1, everyone knows, is the first game. It was made after Chipper and Sons. There's like Scott's last attempt at a horror game because he was low-key ass at making games. But like his other games are pretty good. What's up?
Who is Chipper?
What do you mean who is Chipper? I'll get to it. You know what? He'll be later. Wait your turn.
Wait my turn.
Alright. Well, now we got night guards, alright? You play as a night guard in most games. There's a few games where you don't, but you know. The first game probably is Michael Afton as a night guard, but he's called Mike Schmidt because of it's a pseudonym or something. Alright, I don't know if I should add anything here. We're going on to the actual characters. It's Freddy Fazbear. That's the face of the company of the games. It's Freddy Fazbear. Alright? You get that? You get that, Wyatt?
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah. What in one ear, out the other.
Okay, good. I'm moving on to Bonnie the Bunny. I'm not explaining like the fucking like basic characters.
What's that?
This is Bonnie Bunny. He gave Scott nightmares during development of the game, which I think is funny.
Okay.
And people also have to argue if he's purple or if he's blue. The correct answer is that he's technically blue, but he looks better purple.
Yeah, he does look better purple.
Then we have Chica the chicken. People thought she was a duck. That's about it. She thought she was a duck at the start.
Oh.
Also the only like female character, even though people thought Bonnie was female.
Like a duck, bro.
Yeah, she does look like a duck, but she's Chica the chicken. She has a bib that says "Let's eat." The bib will appear basically everywhere. Bonnie and Chica come down the hallways. So does Freddy, but I think Freddy, you know, each one gets their only one hallway. Freddy can go down either technically, but I think only the right one, unless it's power out. And you can't have Chica without the cupcake, which is on the next slide. We have Carl.
Love that cupcake.
But like Carl's a fan-made name. I'm pretty sure he's actually called Mr. Cupcake. He low-key just like is in Chica's hand, or he's in the office. He just kind of teleports around. And in the FNAF movie, he like actually kills someone. He might even kill 2 people. He bites William Afton. I know that. And on how like special occasions, he's a pumpkin sometimes. But you know, we'll talk about that at the end if we get there.
Okay.
He on Halloween, instead of being a cupcake, he'll be a pumpkin. And in like Halloween edition of FNAF 4, he's a jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Next we got Foxy the Pirate. He's like the fan favorite, but his jump scare low-key sucks. What else is there to really say? People thought that he was honestly like not trying to kill you because his jump scare sucks so bad. There's also
That's kind of funny.
There's a really easy to perform glitch where if you are opening the door as he's trying to jump scare you, or closing the door as he's trying to jump scare you, I think it's only opening. You can turn the light on as he jump scares you, and it'll kill him. Like it'll glitch the game.
Wait, so Foxy's like the only one you can actually kill?
Yeah, you can technically kill him. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can kill him.
Why wouldn't you recommend it?
Because I mean, it depends. I think there's a way to do it, in like which case it's actually helpful, but there's also a way to do it in which case you're just dead. You'll just lose.
Oh.
Because you'll run out of power. It depends on the night.
Mm.
Anyways, we got Golden Freddy next. That's Golden Freddy. He's Yellow Bear. That's Yellow Bear was his original name. He's very rare chance. There's actually a coding error in FNAF that happens only like 3 times in the entire series, which causes like a overflow to happen. So he's actually much more common than he was meant to be. And he looks a lot different in this game than he does in like FNAF 2. And because of that, for the movie, they decided to combine the two in like this weird mishmash, which I think is pretty cool. I will talk about probably Golden Freddy maybe a little bit more later, but you know, you don't have any questions yet, obviously. You know everything.
Bro, yeah. Totally.
You better stop me if you have any questions. You better stop me. All right, here we go. See, this is most favorite character is right here. Endoskeleton. We got Endo01. All right. This is the endoskeleton inside of all of the animatronics. We can see that in like one of the trailers for the game, and we can see it in the parts and service room. And like he'll look at the camera sometimes. Yeah. And
Okay.
the reason that the animatronics kill you is because Phone Guy says they think you're an endoskeleton, and they're trying to put you in the suit because they think you're an endoskeleton apparently. But I'm pretty sure that's not true. Next we got Stuffed Freddy and Backstage heads. We got double decker here. We got
Wow, cheating on its slide.
Trust me, there'll be a lot more of that. When you die in this game, you're met with like Stuffed Freddy. So like those are your eyeballs because you're dead.
Oh.
I don't know why your eyeballs popped out when your head isn't there because it's clearly hollow, but whatever. And there's a bunch of heads lining the shelves, and they stare at the camera when they stare at the camera sometimes, and
Like they do.
yeah. And the Bonnie and Freddy heads are weird because Bonnie doesn't have his ears and Freddy doesn't have his ears or hat, so it's kind of odd. Doesn't make much sense. I think it's just so they can fit on the shelves. Anyways, the next slide we have honorable mention. Whoa, first one of the thing I think maybe Sparky the dog.
I think so.
It's he was a hoax from FNAF 1 era. Like he just was like in that one grainy photo of the backstage camera. But he was so popular that
you cannot see him in that picture.
You can absolutely see him in that picture.
No, you can't.
Oh, you're wrong. Listen, FNAF fans saw him, and FNAF fans believed it for a while. He was so popular that they named the restaurant Sparky's in the movie, and they had a Sparky robot, which honestly could be Bub, which we'll get into later. It's a new fucking Secret of the Mimic character that I don't know about. Anyways, this is the prequel. I low-key started the project with FNAF 2, but I did FNAF 1 later. We got
Okay.
Jeremy. There's like a bunch of people named Jeremy in this game. So Jeremy, I'm talking about here, is the night guard for FNAF 2.
So you? Is that
Yeah,
not, like,
he's the player.
you
He's the
play?
player character. He's the player
Okay.
character. He was moved to the day shift.
My Reese's had 2 covers.
Your
Fire.
Reese's has 2 covers.
My dark chocolate Reese's had 2 of the little paper things.
I'm pretty sure that's just required for dark chocolate Reese's.
No, because the other like 7 I've already eaten only had 1.
You're a big bag.
Yeah, dark chocolate's good, bro.
Anyways, this is the bite of 87. It's not important.
Oh,
Yeah, and then Fritz Smith is the other security guard for this game, and he like only plays one night. And Fritz Smith is apparently Michael Afton, something like that. Who knows? And Fritz and Jeremy are
Wait,
also
whoa,
named
that's
some
like
kids.
huge. What do you mean? Who knows?
I mean, yeah, probably. The
Like,
reason
you have
is
no
like,
more lore after that.
there's more lore. All right, so Fritz
how
Smith
is
is like
Fritz?
given a pink slip because he smells bad and he tampered with the animatronics, which is the same reason Mike Schmidt got fired. So they are theoretically the same person under a different pseudonym.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy's a different person because he dies in the day shift theoretically. And Michael Afton, he smells bad because he's a corpse. Well, yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry about it. Which ones you would smash? Shamar says, "Which one would you smash?" You have to tell me. All right.
Me?
Yeah, we'll get to the one you'll smash soon. All right, we'll get to it.
Wait, hold on. I don't. Wait, what? It's not popping up on my screen.
You don't have all chat or something. I'm in all chat because there's top chat and all chat, and I don't know why
Oh.
that all chat's not the default.
That's stupid.
Yeah, YouTube sucks anyway.
Hey. don't hate
Twitch
on
is so
YouTube.
much better there for streaming, and I will refuse to admit
Plus,
otherwise.
yeah, but YouTube will pay better in the long run.
Exactly, for videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the overview of the toys and the wizards. The toy animatronics are like more plastic instead of fabric. They're more cute because they have the rosy cheeks. They're just honestly kind of less scary. Meanwhile, the wizards are more scary. They're like noticeably broken. So this means that FNAF 2 either like takes place before or during the events of the first game, because the wizards look different, so they aren't like the same animatronics. People even think that they might be from Fredbear's Family Diner, which is possible. I don't think they are, because the FNAF 2 movie says it's just some prototypes they use for parts. We got Toy Freddy. He's a gamer. What else was there? That's about it.
He's a gamer and that's it.
That's about it.
All right.
He's got fat, chubby fingers and can't press the buttons. That's what he says.
Oh, there we go.
There we got Toy Bonnie. He's technically like the deadliest animatronic in the max mode because he has like a little animation when you're trying to scare him away with the mask.
Wait. Oh, what?
Yeah. So how you get rid of the animatronics in this game is you use a Freddy mask to trick their facial recognition scanners.
Oh, yeah.
And when you do that for Toy Bonnie only, he does a little animation where he slides in front of your face, stares at you, and then slides back. And that makes it really bad because that takes up so much time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only reason I said
Cool.
it. This guy has a voice in UCN. This guy has a voice, I think, in the AR game, maybe? I don't know. I know Toy Chica has a voice in quite a few games.
Hey, that bottom right picture.
Yeah, there's Toy Chica. She loses her beak sometimes, and it was by accident that she lost her beak when Scott was making the game, but he thought it looked kind of creepy, so he kept it.
Yeah, it's unnerving.
Yeah.
What happened to the eyes?
Oh, their eyes are always like that when they're attacking. Here, if I go back to Toy Freddy's, I think, yeah, he has black eyes down at the bottom there.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's just like when they're attacking you, they'll have the classic black eye files. We got Mangle over here and Toy Foxy. So, Toy Foxy or Funtime Foxy, both names kind of work, was an animatronic that, like, was, you know, in Kids Cove. And then the kids, like, tore them apart and put them back together. I don't know. I guess they just tore them apart and put them back together.
That's kind of funny.
Somehow they can crawl on walls in the ceiling, which doesn't make any sense. Like, it makes
She
zero
got little
sense.
hooks on her fingers.
She doesn't, though. She doesn't even have a hook in her mangled form. Oh yeah,
Oh.
sorry. Their form, because when asked about their gender, Scott said yes. That is their gender. Is
Wait.
yes.
Mango has a chance to not attack?
Mango has a chance to attack?
What did Shamar say?
So.
Also, he has a chance to not
Alright, I'll
attack.
say that. I don't know if he was talking about this one or not, but. Mangle does, like, when they attack, they enter your office and just stand above you. And they'll just stay there for, like, a long time, and they'll randomly kill you. So there's a chance they just won't kill you, I suppose.
Dumb.
But like the issue is that they also like play noises and they'll like make you think that you're gonna die even when you're not. So you will die to Mangle. You should just scare them away with the mask like everyone else. We got Balloon Boy.
I love Balloon Boy.
In that case,
I
I'm
don't
talking
think I
about.
can answer Shamar's question to this one though.
Okay, good. What about you talking about Balloon Girl? What you know about Balloon Girl though? What do you know about JJ?
Wait, there's two?
Her entire appearance in FNAF 2 is right there. This is all she is in FNAF 2.
Hold on. And she's just pink.
Yep,
instead
she's a
of red.
recolor of Balloon Boy. And what's really funny is that this appearance
It's
in
the
FNAF
exact
2
same.
and the appearance in FNAF World are different colors. So it's really funny.
What?
Like, even Scott got her design wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, that's JJ. She
Oh,
actually
I can't see a
appears...
mouse. I
She
didn't know you
appears
like...
in these, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm moving my mouse around. That's why I was going to share my screen, but you said, oh no, I'll follow along.
Oh yeah, because I'm in the slideshow.
Yeah, but you don't have my mouse, do you? So
Oh my gosh. Share
Who's
your
the
freaking
fool here?
screen.
No, it's too late.
Share your screen.
It's too late. The puppet. All right, we got the marionette or the puppet. Either name works. I think the marionette's the correct one, but also the puppet's used later. So, what else is there? There's a music box. You gotta wind it. I don't know. The lights, their eyes light up when they're attacking you.
Saw it in the movie.
They did see the movie. But did you know that in FNAF 3, this version of the puppet appears instead of Phantom Puppet in the cams, but then Phantom Puppet spawns. So like the puppet is in the FNAF 3 location, which is pretty cool.
Wait, so there's like two?
No, there's only one.
Oh. Okay.
So the one that is in this location in 1987 appears in the location in like 2023 or whenever the hell FNAF 3 takes place.
Oh.
So yeah, this puppet appears later in the series.
Neat, I guess.
Yeah. We got Withered Freddy here. This is like the most obvious to show that the FNAF 1 animatronics and the Withered animatronics are different, because that's just not the same guy. Yeah, I really like his little render in the cameras. I would say he's the least damaged out of all of the Withereds, in my opinion. So I ranked them. So this is like the least damage. Next we have Withered Bonnie. He was the most damage.
The toilet.
We call him
No.
Toilet Bonnie because of the fake FNAF World theme park toilet. And I don't think I included this, but there was a Foxy urinal to go along with the Withered Bonnie toilet, and I don't know if I added that.
Go search up a picture.
I could search up a picture right now. Here, I'll show the Foxy urinal.
Hey, I'm watching this stream.
All right, I'm looking up FNAF Foxy urinal. Here it is. There's the urinal.
You're not showing it, bro.
It's fucking delayed. All right, brother.
Oh my
Take
gosh, I
a
forgot.
goddamn
Okay,
chill pill.
How delayed is it?
Very so much delay.
That's like 3. Well, no, that was like 2 minutes maybe.
It's like a good 1 to 2 minutes of delay, and I don't know what to do about it. All right, it's just to make sure
Ew.
that it doesn't lag.
That is not what I expected.
Look, man, sometimes it changes. I don't know. I don't know where the Bonnie punching meme is. I want you to show the Bonnie punching meme. Here, I can do that.
I don't like that Foxy urinal. Go over the nose would like just hit it, you know?
Everyone knows the
Like, you have to,
Bonnie
like,
punching
step
meme.
back.
That's the point. Is that it's like that's why it's kind of obviously it's fake. The Bonnie punch comes from a fan game. I might talk about it later. We'll see. I probably won't. I'm moving on to Withered Chica.
Hold on, I still haven't seen the meme.
I didn't show the meme. I just was showing like that there is a meme. I didn't want to. I would be too far.
Wait, why does Chica have like 2 sets of teeth?
That's her
Or
endoskeleton.
jaws.
Her endoskeleton has one. Because it is kind of odd. You're right that her beak has teeth. I never really thought about that. It is kind of odd, but her jaw is broken. So like I think her beak is supposed to be like more like it's supposed to hide her endoskeleton more, but it doesn't because her jaw's broken. She also has no hands, and for some reason she just decides, yeah, I'm gonna T-pose everywhere. All the Wizards can get lured away by the mask, except for the next one, which is Withered Foxy. Now, I think the order goes like
Classic.
Freddy's the least damage, then Foxy, then Chica, then Bonnie. But yeah, Withered Foxy, just because like Foxy was already kind of withered, he's not that like special to me. I do like the chunk out of his head though. I think that's very nice.
The ear looks so cool. Why is there a dancing Bonnie in the top picture?
Well, that's because that is what I was about to talk about. That is Foxy.exe, which is one of the mini games in FNAF World. That is like where technically he gets a voice, but like it's sort of just like a reference to Sonic.exe and stuff. You unlock a character through beating that mini game. It's really easy, but like I don't know. I just really like that mini game because like we don't really have a withered Foxy voice, so our best approximation is this stupid fucking voice from that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you just like walk around. You just walk like left to right, and you get a character, and he stares at you the entire time. That's about it.
Nice.
Anyways, we got Withered Golden Freddy. Yeah, people call this one Withered Golden Freddy because there's already a Golden Freddy, but to be fair, he's also called Golden Freddy in this game, so it doesn't make much sense still.
Is he different?
That's the thing. I don't know. This one, I think, is a hallucination because of the giant head in the hallway.
Yeah.
I think the first one is a hallucination, but is real. I think this one's a hallucination and is not real.
Huh.
And both of the versions appear in Ultimate Custom Night, with the like withered one kind of fading away if you like do your mask like up and down really quick, and then the other one's like a cutscene. So. Yeah, I think the Withered Golden Freddy is more of a hallucination than anything. That's my take on it and my theory on it. And I have an honorable mention again right here.
Why does Foxy's mouth look like that?
I know. I got two images just because that image looks so weird with Foxy. But like people have tried to like see what the Wizards would look like if they were repaired. And this is like theoretically what they would look like if they, you know, weren't damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the bottom one quite a bit. So this just kind of shows, even back then, people knew that these were not the same robots. But some people obviously disagreed, but this maybe is what they looked like back in Fredbear's Family Diner. We don't know. We have no idea, because I think, honestly, they were probably withered from the start.
Chica's jaw is still broken.
Oh, very much. But next we have Paper Pals. So these like guys appear in FNAF 2, and they kind of just appear throughout the rest of the series. Let me think. What was I gonna say? They have like a 1% chance in the custom night to appear in your office. Only one of them does. The other two will appear in the FNAF 3 office randomly.
Is that first one in the top picture like Balloon Boy?
We don't really actually know. We have no idea.
Okay.
There's actually some theories that say it's Jackie from Secret the Mimic, because like it recursively becomes Jackie because there was no like obvious idea of who it was. But I think it's Balloon Boy, it's A Bonnie, and it's A Freddy, but it's clearly not Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And because there was these Paper Pals, they made new Paper Pals for like the newer games, which is a new version of the Balloon Boy one, a really silly squiggly one, and a hippo.
Nice.
Let's see. Next we got Shadow Freddy. He's kind of like a purplish black guy. He appears in the parts and service room. He also appears in like the Follow Me minigame in FNAF 3, which made like a separate version of Shadow Freddy be made called Purple Freddy, which is like that thing right there. He also just appears in FNAF 3 if you like change the color correction to the bottom right there. And I'm really upset because I found out about this cool mechanic called metal run.wave, where if you stared at him for like half a second, the camera would be all staticky and it'd make a noise like he ran away. And yeah, I was so upset. Like it was a broken mechanic because Scott broke it while he was making the game.
Okay.
That's about it. I just think it was cool. And there's another character who uses it.
Oh my gosh, why am I slide 32?
Oh yeah, it's gonna take 3 hours, brother. I told you. We got RXQ, or RWQFSFASXC, or Shadow Bonnie. We get that name from FNAF World. That's just that. I don't know why it's called that. Don't ask me.
Wasn't planning on it.
Good. They usually appear really glitchy when they're like 8-bit. So like that's like the one frame of their 8-bit animation where they're like a hole, because otherwise their head's gonna be like off to the right and their legs will be off to the left.
Which
Like
one? Like
the
just
top
the
right
first
one, the only 8-bit one.
Oh, okay. I was really confused. Oh,
They appear everywhere, man. They appear in
Wait.
FNAF World. They appear in FNAF 3
and does that
minigames.
happen in, like one of the mini games or like?
Yeah,
the
one of the
actual-
minigames. One of the minigames.
Okay.
If it's anything 8-bit, it's usually from the minigames, because there's not really.
Yeah,
There's only one
I
8-bit
just thought you meant,
character
like-
that's like not in the minigame, and like that's in the AR game. But yeah, this guy just crashes your game. But Ultimate Custom Night, he turns your office black, which is pretty cool. That's about it. I don't know what the Shadows lore is, but here we have Endo 02. This is the second endoskeleton, which might be inside the toys, might be inside the Withereds, probably both. It's just like a rare Easter egg that appears when the puppet is out of the box, or it appears in the vent. And it also would have had the metal run.wave mechanic. And they don't really appear that often, which is a shame, because I like this guy. He looks silly. He looks high.
he kind of does, yeah. That's funny.
Oh, we
Not
have
in the vent though. It's kind of scary in the vent. What is
He
that?
does look great. We have Mike. This is Mike.
Mike.
This is a unused.
What am I
I think I
looking at?
misspelled labels, but whatever. This is an unused file called Mike.
What the-
That's it.
What it like?
I don't
Is
know.
that-
I
what-
like to like theorize
Is
about
that
it.
like
'cause I
a
think it's so
quarter? It
funny.
looks like only a quarter of him.
I know, right?
Like the
What I like
top
to
part.
imagine is like this was what like, because like obviously back in FNAF 2 there was some lore but not much. I think Scott was like envisioning this was Mike Schmidt from the first game, and he was like dead or something. I don't know.
And the thing on the right middle kind of looks like a gold nose.
It looks like a heart nose for me. To me, it looks like Frogget from Undertale. So that's what I.
It does look like a frog. No, like when with the skull, the nose is like gone and it just leaves like that. up
Yeah,
on
it does
top.
look like a skull. That's why I think it like maybe is a dead Mike from Dead Mike Schmidt, but it's unused, so that's why it's an honorable mention. It's not real, unfortunately. Anyways, we got it. We're in FNAF 3.
Yay.
This is the wrong year. All right, cool. Fazbear Friday. This game takes place in 2023, I believe. I looked it up once and I forgot to change that number. Anyways, Fazbear Frights is not run by Fazbear Entertainment. This is like a bunch of fans or like college students, and they were like, let's make a quick buck. And they made the horror attraction like really cheaply. They didn't even have any animatronics or anything. Then they found a rotting corpse called Springtrap and brought it into the place. And they're never really heard from again, so we don't really know what happened to the guys who made Fazbear Frights. Because as we know, it burns down. Speaking of Fazbear Frights, yeah, it burns down. Fazbear Frights burns down.
No, yeah. I knew one of them burned down.
Here we got
Like-
Phone Dude. This is the guy. He talks to you in only 2 nights of the game.
Love that guy.
He's just an employee. He's pretty cool. He like stops talking during the second night because like he starts playing recorded messages from Ralph, the phone guy from the first game and the second game. Next we got the Night Guard, which is kind of funny because we know like nothing about him from FNAF 3. But we can just kind of assume
dead?
that it's
Like a
Michael
zombie?
Afton. Oh yeah, that's Michael Afton. That's what Michael Afton looks like.
Oh. Well. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Like the security guard dude?
yeah.
Oh.
We'll get to it.
I thought.
We'll get
but
to
is
it.
Is that not Springtrap?
Yeah, that's
Saying
Springtrap.
you're winning something? But
Yeah.
isn't Michael.
So
Afton?
Springtrap is William Afton. Who do you think Michael Afton
Oh.
is?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it now? Okay, okay.
My bad, chat.
In the books, however, the Night Guard here is a different person and not Michael Afton. He's called Hudson, but Hudson dies at the end of the story, and we have no idea if the Night Guard of FNAF 3 dies or not in the story. But yeah, we're just gonna assume that the third game's guy is Michael Afton because it makes the lore make more sense. Here's an auto mention. It's the box of FNAF 3. It usually just sits in the corner of your room, but one of the trailers shows the box as like front and center. So people thought it was like an animatronic. It was like gonna be an amalgamation. But yeah, that's about it for the box. Next comes the Phantoms. Oh boy. They're like just hallucinations. They all look really burnt because they're burnt, and the reason that we think the night guard is Michael Afton is because these characters are from the FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 locations, so it would make sense that if the person's hallucinating about people from both locations, that they worked there, so they were the night guard there.
Okay.
So that's why we think that 1, 2, and 3 all are Michael Afton. Yeah, they don't kill the player, but this guy do. Hey, there's Springtrap. He kills the player. That's William Afton. He's inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. His jump scares suck. I'm not talking much about Springtrap. I don't know what else to say. He's green. We got Phantom Freddy. He's also green. He appears in UCN. There's only like 2 Phantoms that don't appear in UCN, but this guy walks in front of your office window and he'll jump scare you if you stare at him and give you a vent error. Balloon Boy, he's in cameras. If you stare at him, he'll give you a vent error with a jump scare.
But they don't kill you?
No. The Phantoms don't kill you. Next, you got Chica. Chica's Balloon Boy, but only on one camera. That's it. Next, we got Foxy. Oh, wait, no. Chica actually has something important. Chica is the only Phantom that's not from FNAF 2. It's FNAF 1 Chica, meanwhile all the other Phantoms are based off FNAF 2 characters and renders. Which is pretty neat. I don't know. I feel like... I don't know why he chose that, but it makes sense at least. We got Phantom Foxy next. He's missing his hook, so I don't think he's a pirate anymore. That's about it. I forgot to mention this, but in FNAF VR, the withered animatronics didn't come with the base game. So whenever there was a withered animatronic, instead they used the FNAF 1 models. So Foxy and Freddy, Phantom Foxy and Phantom Freddy became like a new version of them because it was Phantom Foxy but the FNAF 1 model and Phantom Freddy but the FNAF 1 model, which is pretty funny. That's about it. Yeah, he jump scares you if you look at him. Next we have Mangle. They're like Chica, but instead of jump scaring you, they just play a really annoying noise and make it so you can't use your audio. Ooh.
Nice.
Next we have Phantom Puppet. I mentioned this a bit earlier, but this is like regular Puppet in the hallway. Yeah, what?
That bottom picture is not fun.
Yeah, that's Phantom Puppet. But you see above it, that's regular Puppet. And when you stare at regular Puppet, he spawns Phantom Puppet. So like, there's something else in that thing, you know? It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, here's the crying child ghosts. Whoa, they're creepy. Yeah, there'll be another thing called the crying child, but don't confuse the crying child ghost with the crying child. Very, very different. But yeah, they kind of appear everywhere. This mini game right here is where Afton dies in Springtrap, and it's supposedly Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Golden Freddy. Probably not the puppet. Probably Golden Freddy. Yeah, and they kind of look like the puppet, and they kind of look like Afton's younger son. And next we have an honorable mention, which is the Purple Man animatronics. I forgot to say it during FNAF 2, so I decided to put it here. There's a hoax with purple guy being an animatronic, which is the bottom there. So it acted similarly to Golden Freddy, and in the FNAF 3, there's Purple Trap, which acted similarly to Springtrap. It was kind of funny. It's so stupid.
Okay.
That's about it.
Bro, I'm not gonna remember any of this, dude.
You gotta remember all of it. I'm gonna test you after this. I made a test just for you.
I'm gonna leave the voice call
Honorable
before
mention, we have the face glitch. Someone said, hey, I was playing FNAF 3 on my PS4, and then this shows up and burns into my screen. It was fake, but it was pretty funny.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's a picture of a dog. There it is down there. It's just a dog.
You can see the dog.
But yeah. Oh, there's a misspelling. I fixed it. See, this is why I'm doing this stream, so I can fix my slideshow.
There you go.
No,
I don't need to be here.
No, you have to be here, alright? We're here, we're in FNAF 4, alright? We're basically there. We're basically done. There's no way I'm being called right now. There's no fucking way you're calling me right now. Who is calling me? I swear to God, if it's who I think it is, I'm gonna actually strangle them. Brother.
Who's calling, bro?
One of my friends.
Like esport friends or
No. Online friends, it's fine. It's fine.
one of the 30-year-old Roblox players?
No, they're like a year younger than me, me too. Nightmare. Oh my fucking God! I'm gonna say a slur.
It's your channel, not mine. Are you good?
they're trying to steal my adopted son right now.
Huh?
They're stealing my adopted son. Whatever, it's fine. Forget it.
I know you're a dad. Congratulations.
Bros, I'm tired. Oh my God. The nightmares. Hey, look. Whoa. Dream theory. Whoa. Reference. Anyway.
I don't like when there's no pictures.
Well, it's an overview. I don't know. I'll skip it. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, I'm actually gonna strangle someone.
Are they still calling?
No, it's a new person now. I just DM'd them both. Shh.
Did you tell me you're streaming?
I told one of them was pretty mean. Alright.
Aw, he likes me more, chat. He'd rather talk to me than his other friends. That means so much to me, Zach.
Alright. I'm like, I need water, bro. Alright, I have some right here. Good. I had no idea if my cup was empty. Anyway, here's Nightmare Freddy. He's in your head and in your bed. What else do you need to know? I haven't heard any questions. I haven't heard any questions, alright?
Well, I don't know what to ask.
You're not being a very
bro.
active participant. Alright, we got Freddles. They're like Nightmare Freddy but small, and they appear on the bed.
Oh.
And the fans low-key named them because Scott didn't have a name for them. And yeah, they're kind of like probably what inspired future things like Plush Baby. And they are just unchanged in Halloween edition.
Okay.
Next we got Nightmare Bonnie. He's gay for Nightmare Freddy. That's about it.
Is that canon?
Yeah, man. He's also one of the 3 animatronics that can be stopped by buying the plushie in UCN. There'll be 3 of them. It's Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Mangle, and Circus Baby. Those are the 3.
Okay.
We got Nightmare Chica. She's Nightmare Chica. The only thing that's interesting about her is that one Markiplier clip. That's about it. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Oh, probably not.
Markiplier's like, at 5 a.m. on night 1, he goes to the right door and then gets jump scared after saying, the first night of the game is never usually that bad, so I'll just, and then mid-sentence is jump scared.
Okay.
Yep, that's about it. That's Nightmare Chica. Now we have Nightmare Foxy. He's in the closet, which means he is gay. He has a metal tongue only in that render right there, and nowhere else does he have a tongue.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Then we have Nightmare Fredbear. The stomach teeth is like a reference to how he like just bites the crying child in half.
With his stomach?
No, with his mouth, but it's a reference to that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't notice this till now. But he also has 2 different colored pins or buttons, which is weird. I never noticed that until now.
Yeah, black and white.
Anyways, yeah. So here's Nightmare Fredbear. He's pretty scary. And then let's make him dumber by making him Nightmare. This is Nightmare. He's dumb. I don't like Nightmare.
He looks like a jerky lizard.
He is,
in that
he's,
top picture.
he's the second character to have a PNG as a jump scare. And, like,
Oh.
he doesn't deserve it. I don't like him. I prefer Nightmare Eon, and honestly, Nightmare Eon's not even that cool. Here's Plushtrap. He's like Springtrap, but tiny.
He'll kill you?
So he's in the mini games. So there's a mini game in between each night called Fun with Plushtrap. You have to stop Plushtrap right on the dot in front of you before the time runs out. If the time runs out, you don't get jump scared, but you don't get a buff the next night. If he jump scares you, you don't get a buff the next night. But if you stop him right in the dot, I think it skips the first 2 hours of the night. So, pretty cool. He's also in the books, which I don't care about. Anyways, here's Jacko Bonnie! Whoa. Jacko Bonnie.
He looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's Orange Bonnie. There's not much to say about him. He's Orange Bonnie. Next, we have Orange Chica. There's actually technically more to say about her. She's in UCN, and she actually like has a mechanic where like if it gets too hot, she'll appear at both doors simultaneously, which is, you know, it's pretty interesting. It's like she's some sort of Orange Chica. Anyways. Next we have Nightmare Mangle. It's Scary Guy, and they got like a skull as their second head, which is weird. Ooh.
It's not like a real skull, it's made of metal.
Yeah, it's metal one. My music stopped. What the hell, bro?
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's not
What
good.
did you do?
Don't worry about it. Nothing bad happened. Totally. Nightmare on. Hey.
He's got toothpicks with arms.
He really does. They're like spikes or something. I don't know. He like was really fleshy. He's like, I don't know. He looks better in VR, honestly. VR looks he looks a lot better, I think. Because he like sprouts tentacles everywhere and they make a really yucky noise. But in this game, he just replaces Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear, and he looks stupid.
Okay.
Click the next slide button.
Huh?
Oh, you probably weren't on the slideshow version. Whatever. We got Nightmare Balloon Boy. He replaces Plushtrap and gives a better buff. Yeah. That's about it. He's just like a harder version in UCN, or not UCN. He's a harder version in the VR game, and in UCN he'll attack you if you shine your flashlight at him and he's sitting down, but if he's standing up, he'll attack you if you don't shine your flashlight on him. So yeah. That's about it. Then we got the toys. There's the FNAF 4 toys. They were kind of important to like Dream Theory.
I don't think a fan is considered a toy.
Well, the fan's in every game, so the fan has to be included. But
Okay.
the
Fair
three
enough.
toys, they were like supporting Dream Theory, whatever, with like the phone guy being the phone with the mouth and purple guy being the robot with purple. Whatever, it's retconned. Who gives a shit? The toys are gone. FNAF 4 kids time. This also supports Dream Theory because fuck you. Dream Theory was that the first 3 games were all a dream by the fucking hospitalized crying child that he was bit. The 4th game was supposed to be for the final game, and this was Dream Theory shit because, you know, these guys look like the fucking characters from the games, but it's whatever. I mean, literally, it's Chica with her beak missing. Like it's literally Dream Theory, but whatever. Moving on. Slight detour. We have Fredbear, who appears in like the mini game of FNAF 4, but like we don't really get a canon appearance till Ultimate Custom Night. He's like the first suit. Henry wore him. Henry is one of the 2 people who invented Fazbear, really. Like he's the 2 CEOs. He's one of them. The crying child had a Fredbear plushie, who is on the next slide. Psychic Friend Fredbear. He's kind of like everywhere. He's also in FNAF World and he like tells the player some stuff. But
Just like a mini Golden Freddy.
yeah, he's a plushie. So Fredbear is like Golden Freddy before Golden Freddy.
Okay.
And this one is like purple guy used to like talk to his son and convince him of stuff, because you can see that like there he has like a radio. And it's also like the voice. It's like the last voice that Crying Child hears, but like the text that he speaks is like a slightly different color, which is funny. Next we have Fredbear again, but it's the original Fredbear, who is possibly an actual bear. Yeah, because there was the old show probably was like an actual bear walked up on stage and like started singing, and it's possible like a young William Afton or young Henry saw it and was like, "Whoa, I should make a Fredbear robot or something." Yeah. Next is Spring Bonnie. It's like Fredbear, but not. I feel like his name's not actually Spring Bonnie because that would be stupid, but it's called Spring Bonnie because he's a spring lock suit version of Bonnie, but there was no Bonnie yet, so it doesn't make any sense. Whatever. It's William Afton used it to kill kids. What's up? What?
This is a lot, bro.
It is. Welcome to the FNAF world.
Like
We're not at Pizza Sim yet. What do you want from me? It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Alright, we have an honorable mention. It's the spring animatronics. They're not real, but people want them to be. That's about it. I'm going on. We're at Sister Location. I skipped FNAF World. We'll come back to it. Here's Afton Robotics. William Afton made Afton Robotics so that way he could kill people without Henry knowing. That's about it. Yeah, he kidnaps children. Yeah. We got Hand Unit, which is also known as Dread Unit in the VR games for some reason. He's like a pre-recorded message box or something. The keyboard's broken. The voice actor is really cool and appears everywhere in the series. I love him. Moving on. We got the Funtime animatronics. They lure children in and they scoop them up. That's it.
Nice.
They have faceplates. They have wires.
Job.
Do you want any more? Any questions?
No, I'm good.
All right, we got Baby. Here's Baby. It's Circus Baby. She's got blue eyes, and then she scoops Afton's daughter, and she has green eyes. Whoa. And that's Circus Baby. That's the entirety of Circus Baby.
Neat.
Now we have Bitty Babs. They're like little gross things, and there's so many of them, and they stare at you in the holes and one of the nights. And then, what else? There's Electrobab, who's like Bitty Bab, but he likes touching electricity. That's it.
Okay.
Next is Ballora.
Sucks, bro.
Yeah, it does, yes. Ballora is meant to represent Afton's wife or some shit. Yeah. What else? Let me think. She's a ballerina. She's blind, so you gotta like use directional audio and not move when she's trying to pass you. It's all, yeah. Next is mini arenas. It's like a mini version of Ballora, and they look like armature dolls that artists use and stuff. It's also like, I don't understand the purpose of them. I don't like know why both Baby and Ballora have mini arenas. But mini arenas do crawl inside the player, in like certain stuff. Speaking of mini arenas, next is Mini Arena 2! In Ultimate Custom Night, there's 2 different mini arenas for some reason. So,
Okay.
yeah, mini arenas normal will appear in Cam 6 and sabotage your oxygen. Meanwhile, mini arenas 2 will appear on your screen and block your vision. That's about it. Next, we have Funtime Foxy. He's Foxy, but a woman sometimes. But only sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. He's kind of functions as like normal Foxy, but like also he actually is like the only canon jump scare. So like he'll jump scare you in one of the nights because it's canon. Like he like knocks you out and you wake up in the sister location still.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Next we have Lolbit. It's Funtime Foxy, but non-binary. Whoa. And you have to type a lol. You have to type a lol into the computer to make them go away. It's so funny. Lol. Yeah. And they appeared in FNAF World first. We'll get back to them. Oh, are you having a fun time? Cause here's Fun Time Freddy. It's
so cringy.
Yeah. He was gonna be German actually, but Scott decided no, just make him fucking annoying. So the voice actor Kellen Goff did that, and Kellen Goff voices other guys like Glamrock Freddy and the daycare attendant in Security Breach. And who's that little guy that Freddy's holding? Oh, that's Bon Bon, of course. He's Bon Bon helps calm down Freddy like the first time you meet him, but then in Parts and Service, Bon Bon tries to kill you because you're evil and trying to dismantle Freddy and him. Yeah, and also Bon Bon will get thrown at you in the custom night. Like Freddy will like pitch him right at you. Yeah, they move without legs. It's interesting. Then we got Bonnet, who's like Bon Bon but pink. Moving on, we got Ennard.
So stupid.
Alright, but Ennard's important, right? Because Ennard is playing the word innard. You get it? You get that? You get it. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
So it's like every Funtime animatronic, but like put together, plus like that random mask above you for some reason. And he's like the final antagonist of Sister Location because he scoops the player and slithers inside of you and then goes to your house. And yeah. So Baby is like the pilot of Ennard, like because she's like the mastermind. What else? I don't know. That's Ennard. He appears everywhere, bro. He's cool. Next we have Yendo, who's like Funtime Freddy but without his skin. And he doesn't really appear anywhere. Like, I don't know. He's like Golden Freddy, and then he's not. Then he's just like a guy.
Okay.
That's
kind of neat.
He's Yellow Endo. He's Yennard. Yendo. Yellow Endo. Yendo. There you go. That makes sense. There you go. The Scooper. That's probably animatronic, right?
Oh wait, I've heard of this one.
Yeah. It scoops you. It scoops all the animatronics, and then that's why they all slither together and then scoop you so they can get inside you. It's like designed to like destroy stuff and get the remnant, right? It gets the remnant out of the robots that like are possessed. Something like that. And also has a remnant injector, apparently.
Which is...
I don't know. I think this is the reason why Michael is not dead. Michael gets scooped and then is not dead, so that's that. Next we have the Funtime Springlock suit. Whoa! After you get jump scared, well, because we don't know what it looks like, we have no idea what it looks like. I think personally it's Funtime Chica, but you put it on or you're forced into it while you're unconscious. You wake up and you have to like crank the spring locks or you'll die, and you have to shake a little bit because Minorinos will kill you. So like it's evil. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know much about him. Anyways, here's Little Joe and all the rest of them. So there's little humanoid dolls. Little Joe was the top left one. Then we have the Mystic. Is that what it's called? I don't know what they're called. I think it's the Mystic, and then we have the Magician, and then we have the heads. The heads make noises. The Fortune Teller. The Fortune Teller makes noises. The Magician does not make noises, and Little Joe does not make noises. Little Joe's the only one that like really appears anywhere else, and that's because he's the mascot of Lally's Lollies. Yeah. Now we have the Mortal and the Restless. Whoa. It's like a show that you watch in the game. Vlad is meant to represent William Afton, and Clara is meant to represent Mrs. Afton. And yeah, Clara burns down their house because Vlad is convinced that their child is not his child. Yeah, and it's based off of a thing called The Young and the Restless, and stuff. That's the Immortal and the Restless. That's their characters, so they're in my slideshow. Next we have Pizzeria Simulator. How you feeling?
Annoyed.
Why? Why are you annoyed?
FNAF Mode's stupid, bro.
FNAF is stupid or FNAF World is stupid?
FNAF lore.
It is. It really is. But wait, it gets worse! Anyways, here's the Scrap and Salvage animatronic. There's only 4 in the game that can kill you. And so that's what these ones are. You sit them down in front of you and you can accept them to get money, or you can push them away. but they can always come in if you buy something with liability from the catalog. So you can play this game without any danger, or you can get all the danger on like the second night if you're unlucky. There's also
That's good game design.
You can always reset it. It doesn't matter, but the catalog animatronics is like the tycoon section of the game. It's like the actual simulator pizzeria part. And I like to group them together in all of the achievements they go by. So there's the Trash in the Gang, the Mediocre Melodies, the Rock Stars, and Pop. Here we got Molten Freddy. He's entered, but they kicked out Baby. So now Freddy's the leader instead of Baby. And they like fashioned together like a new Freddy mask. And like he's missing a lot more structure. He's like just literally a pile of spaghetti. You get rid of the characters in this game by like just staring down the vent until they leave. So like there's no doors, no mask, you just stare at them and wait. We got Scrap Baby. Scrap Baby is Baby after she gets kicked out and then has to like build her own body. So like
did a better job than Freddy.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense how she made such a like body out of that. I guess she stole most of Ennard. She must have like stolen a lot of Ennard. But yeah, she has roller skates. She made a giant claw so that way she could kill people like her father, because she's possessed by Elizabeth Afton or something. Yeah, she's really expensive too. I don't know. I like her design. I think she's pretty cool.
She does look good.
This is an honorable mention is the Freak Show clown. Before Pizzeria Simulator dropped, there was this image right here, the bottom right one, and that Freak Show in the background with the clown made it people think it was going to be called Freak Show Baby or something. So this clown appears kind of like everywhere throughout the series. I don't know who it's meant to represent. It could represent honestly anyone, but it might be Collis the Birthday Clown from this one book that I didn't read, and I have no idea what it's about. So yeah.
Nice.
That's about it. Let me about Afton or Scrap Trap. I call him Scrap Trap, but his real name, I guess, is Afton. So, people make fun of this design because he honestly looks really stupid when you look at him.
Yeah.
But, like, I kind of learned, like, to like this design because while Springtrap focused on someone being stuck inside spring locks, Afton focuses on being Afton. This is, like, what William Afton would look like. Because Scott Cawthon's human designs just look like this. This is what his human designs look like. He cannot design humans.
Bro sucks.
Yeah. His animation when he's being like burnt at the end looks a little bit different, so people like were making theories about that, but I'm pretty sure it's the same, like not animation, the render. His render looks a little bit different, like the walls, but I'm pretty sure it's the same walls, just like a little bit blurry. And he appears in UCN along with Springtrap, so like that just proves that UCN is like hell or something, or like it's not real. Next we got Lefty, who's only $5 and is the only catalog and aggressive animatronic. They're both. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. So you can buy Lefty for $5 and you can salvage them actually for $5,000. So you should probably wait and not buy them. What else? They contain the puppet. So like the puppet is inside of Lefty. You can see that in the bottom image. You can see like the puppet's arm and like the left of their arm. And they're called Lefty because their left eye is black. I don't know. They whisper. That's about it. Next we have the salvage sign. You'll see this if you like buy something with liability, and then a salvage animatronic will just enter your pizzeria without you knowing. So they'll leave this sign, which I think is really funny because I don't know who the fuck put it there. So like I went on a little tangent because like, who put the sign here? How did they make the sign? You're telling me Molten Freddy made the sign?
Yeah.
Like it's just so funny to me. Anyways, here's Trash in the Gang. These are my favorite animatronics in the game. All right, let's see if you can put the faces to the name. Tell me the name from like left, right, and then
Okay.
Yeah, name the trash man.
Mr. Hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, has to be the bucket head.
Which one did you say?
The bucket head.
Okay, I want you to read all the names first, and then you can tell me.
Mr. Hugs, Handstand,
Okay.
Bucket Bob, Number One Crate, and Mr. Can Do.
Okay, now you can try.
Okay. Well, that's lame. Why is Mr. Hugs a vacuum?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
Bucket
know.
Bob is Bucket Head,
Yep.
Handstand is Pan Head,
Mhm.
Number One Crate is Little Crate, and Mr. Can Do is a trash can.
Trash
Why
can
is
with two.
Mr. Bro.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah,
they're the
those-
cheapest
Does
ones.
he even have arms? Or are they just wooden planks leaned
They're
up against?
just wooden planks leaning against the trash can.
And why is Mr. Can Do not in the achievement?
No,
Or
he
It's
is.
a balloon.
It's the
Oh,
balloon
it's a
is. That's his head.
That's lame.
And actually, these guys appear in UCN except for Pan Stan. Pan Stan got kicked out apparently. Trash in the Gang becomes Bucket Bob, Number One Crate, and Mr. Can Do, while Mr. Hugs has his own FNAF game in UCN that Toy Freddy plays.
Bro's making bank.
All right, next we have the Mediocre Melodies, which is Happy Frog, Pig Patch, Orville the Elephant, Ned Bear, and Mr. Hippo. Ned Bear is obviously like, you know, a reference to Fredbear. It's like a knockoff version of him. The most expensive of these is Orville for some reason. They just decided Orville the Elephant's really expensive. But these are like externally battery powered animatronics, so like they're worse than the FNAF 1 animatronics. So like they're around the same time, a little bit earlier.
Nice.
I really like Mr. Hippo because he gives really long speeches. He's funny. They all appear in the ducks in UCN, like they're the ducked animatronics. Which yeah, it's like their own whole mechanic. But here we got Rockstars Assemble. It's the Rockstar animatronics plus Lefty, which we already talked about. But we have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. And they all reappear in Ultimate Custom Night. In Pizzeria Simulator, all the catalog animatronics are kind of boring. They don't really do anything. But they appear in Ultimate Custom Night with actual mechanics. I like the way I phrased this, where Freddy is capitalism, Foxy is gambling, Chica is afraid of wet floors, and Bonnie is inept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
So Foxy, you click on his bird, he has a chance to help you, or he has a chance to just kill you. Freddy, you have to pay him 5 coins every time he wakes up. Chica, you have to place a wet floor sign in front of your door that she's at. And Bonnie, every 13 seconds, has a chance to spawn in your office, and if you don't find his guitar, because he doesn't want to find it himself, he'll kill you.
Fair enough.
Yep. Next we have the Rockstar Parrot. Look, it's Rockstar Parrot. It's like the most pirate Foxy there is. Like when you think of Foxy the pirate, honestly, I think of Rockstar Foxy because he has an actual parrot and a peg leg. So like he's the most like
He
pirate.
does, yeah.
So, yeah, he doesn't really do much. The parrot does make noises though, and it flies in UCN, which is weird because how is a robot bird flying? It also should be attached to him. So like how is it doing that?
Magic.
It's a pirate parrot too, because it's own. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, next we got Posh Pizzeria. I'm sorry to whoever drew this. I didn't credit them, and I low-key forgot where to find them, so I feel bad.
Oh. Yikes.
Look, I'll figure it out if I get in trouble. It's fine. Only 3 animatronics required for the
Only if I get in
achievement.
trouble.
It's fine. These are the most expensive animatronics in the game. El Chip, Funtime Chica, and Music Man. Funtime Chica, obviously, they were referenced in SCP, not SCP, in Sister Location. I was about to say SCP-SL, because SL is Sister Location.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Alright, next week, yeah, El Chip is a reference to Scott's older character Chipper, who is a beaver, who runs Chipper and Sons Lumber Co. I'll talk about Chipper more later, because he's coming up in the FNAF World segment. But this is like a Mexican version, he has his own restaurant. Music Man is weird. Like, he has weird lore in like a fan game, and I think I got that confused. I have no idea what his lore is really in FNAF. But he appears in Security Breach and like on, so I guess he's more important than we thought. That's about it. Funtime Chica actually appears in like more games after this too, which is pretty cool. And all 3 of these guys appear in Ultimate Custom Night. Next we have Helpy, who's like sort of the face of modern FNAF. Wouldn't you agree? Like this little guy.
No?
Are you sure? I think he's like the little mascot.
I don't know. Well, I don't like look at FNAF stuff a lot, so
Look, man, all I gotta tell you is he's appeared in every FNAF game. I don't know what to tell you.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Ever since this game, he's appeared everywhere. I don't know what to tell you. All right, he like helps you. He files your lawsuits. He does your mini games for you, and he has like other variants. And you have to do surgery on him and help on it too. Yeah. Next, we have Security Puppet, who is actually like lore relevant because it shows how Charlie died. Charlotte Emily is
the daughter, right?
Yeah, it's the daughter of Henry Emily who got killed by Afton, and then the puppet like tries to protect her but can't, and then walks outside and then gets possessed by her because she's fucking dead.
Baby killed her, right?
No, William Afton killed her. This was like the first kill that William Afton did.
Okay, hold on. The daughter that died. Who created like the puppet to protect his daughter?
Henry Emily.
Is that not what we're talking about?
No, William Afton is the killer. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
So Security Puppet is designed to help all the kids. It's like, but especially the daughter,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's I don't know. It's odd. This is Charlie's the first kid that William Afton killed like on purpose. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, is that in the alley or no?
Yeah, that's the one in the alley.
Oh, okay. I actually got it.
Mm-hmm. Good, you're learning. Next we have Candy Cadet. This is a funny little guy, text-to-speech voice. He'll give you candy or a story. His story involves like 5 things becoming one, so it's Ennard. It's Ennard's story. And he mentions the box from FNAF 4. And FNAF 6, which is the next time we see him, he's just dead. Egg Baby. So he is like a data archive, and this is how you get one of the endings of the game. Ugly as hell. You have to basically, this is how we learned about Remnant. This is how we confirm the puppet is inside Lefty, and we learned about the man behind the cassette, who we learn is Henry Emily, which I might be able to talk about later if we stick around. We'll see.
Maybe.
Here it is. It's Cassette Man. So every shift you'll have like a guy, and it'll be this guy. This is Cassette Man, who's Henry Emily. He tells you how to do your salvages, and then in the his ulterior motive is to keep all of the animatronics in the building as he burns it down, because he wants to put all their souls to rest. But yeah, he also probably dies in the fire along with everyone else.
Oh.
Yeah, he just like decides, yeah, we're all dead. I hate this slide. God, I hate Neon Jukebox. I don't have much to say about them. That's why. They can be purchased in Smiles and Servos. And there's a type of purchasable called non-placeables, which are just, once you buy it, it's in the background. It's just there. There's no reason to like take up a slot for it. It's just there forever. It moves its eyes, so it doesn't really count as a character, but there you go. I talked about Neon Jukebox. Next is Gumball Swivel Hands, which is the exact same thing. So I'm gonna move on. And there's all the other ones that I don't want to talk about. Like there's some that have mini games like the Fruit Punch and the Lemonade Clowns, which each have text-to-speech voices. They scare children. That's about it. And then there's the Prize King, which is how you unlock Funtime Chica, I believe, if you're lucky. Next we have RASC, which is the Remote Activated Stimulated C, which we have no idea what the name is, but that's our best guess. Yeah. Look, it's Henry built these to lure the scrap animatronics to the building. I don't know. We don't know what it is. This is all we have. Is this blueprint? This is all we have. It does not appear outside of it. It's in the Insanity ending, like when you figure it out and stuff. So like, I don't know. It's sort of like what I imagined the FNAF 3 audio lore was like. That's what I imagine these to be. Here's an honorable mention before we get to FNAF World. It's Halloween edition. I'll talk about this later, but it's like a troll demo. But it's important because it's the first mention of Purplegeist, who is the final boss of the troll demo. There's 3 different difficulties. Freddy is easy, Bonnie is medium, Chica is hard because Chica does 1 damage, and Freddy has like well-rounded stats, while Bonnie has like just damage dash and can't really protect himself. Yeah, that's about it. I'm moving on to FNAF World. They're cute now. We got the adventure animatronics. So every equipable animatronic in the game are called adventure, and then the name. That's the only difference. They have 3 moves each character does. Most of them you find in the world. You have to battle them. They join your side when you beat them. Or you beat the mini games, which are Foxy.exe, Freddy in Space, Foxy Fighters, and Chica's Magic Rainbow.
Hey.
We'll start with one of the only like base game, like before the update characters that's new, Endo Plush. Its reason for existing is because character quota. This is the endoskeleton of maybe Plush Trap, maybe Plush Baby. No one knows. No one gives a shit. We're moving on. Here's the Office Fan, which is the final character, quote unquote, which is a bite that is automatically equipped when you get every character in the game. That's it. Here's all the other bites, by the way, which are Nat, Neon Bee, Neon Wasp, Medpod 1, Medpod 2, Mega Med, Mini Reaper, Reaper, X Reaper, Mini FO, UFO, XFO, Block 5, Block 20, Block 50, Pop, Pop, Boom, Kaboom, Boss Train 01, Boss Train 02, Boss Train X, and the Pearl. There you go.
I don't like how you just know that.
I read them, man. Speaking of the Pearl, here's all the fish bots. You have to collect the Pearl a few times to get the Pearl bite. The fish are from Dee Dee's fishing minigame, because this is where Dee Dee first originates. The fish block the Pearl, and they're each worth Faz coins. The cheapest are the orange fish, and the most expensive fish are the yellow fish. They all kind of look the same, but most of them have like the default expression, but like the purple and blue one have their eye half closed, and the yellow one has an anglerfish thing. They're not really that important, but there is an unused turtle, which I think is pretty neat, and I put him at the bottom there.
Kind of cute.
He is kind of cute. It's used in FNAF World Refreshed, but next we have Virtua Freddy and Ghost Freddy, as well as Mimic Ball, I guess. But these characters only appear when using other moves in FNAF World. So Ghost Freddy appears when using Haunting. He'll fly to the enemy and stun them. Virtua Freddy appears when you use Mimic Ball, which is that little thing right there. And when you use a move, that Freddy will appear, do a quick animation, and then the move will go. That's it.
So it's like Pokemon.
It's, yeah, kind of. I mean, the Mimic Ball, like, I don't know, he just kind of sits there. I don't know, that's about it. Next, we have the dancing one. This was like, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel when I was making this one. It's just a weird shadow that only appears right there. Doesn't really appear anywhere else. It dances on that stump. And I mistook them for Virtua Freddy or Ghost Freddy, because, like, they don't really appear much, or they appear anywhere else. This is just kind of a joke that we don't really know why it's there. It's just there. Next we have Munchies, which is another move in FNAF World. I don't have much to say. They have blue eyes, and I think there might be like maybe something like the fact that Toy Bonnie and Blue Boy are the only characters to have them. That I don't think there is, but there you go. There's Munchies. Now we have Funtime Foxy, but FNAF World. So this is what Mangle would look like if they weren't damaged, theoretically. And, you know, it's kind of a reference to Sister Location, because this was before Sister Location. I just didn't put it in order. Yeah, Lolbit's a recolor of Funtime Foxy, even in this game. That's about it. Next is the Crying Child, but a character this time. It takes place after the FNAF 3 minigame one. It's really overpowered. That's about it. They're just still sad. We have no idea which Crying Child this is. It's just a Crying Child. Next we have Mendo. He's only appeared in this game. He's like the most powerful endoskeleton or something, because he sells other endoskeletons.
He sells them?
Yeah. Look, isn't that kind of weird? Like it makes me like want to question it, right? Because like, yeah, is like the soul of a robot the endoskeleton or the suit? Because you'd think it's the endoskeleton. So like if you replace your endoskeleton, like it's like a brain surgery.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, but like, we'll stop asking these questions because there's no answers. Next is Coffee. So This comes from one of Scott's previous games called The Desolate Hope, where he's like a little playable character. He's one of the Halloween characters, which means he's overpowered. And he was gonna appear in the FNAF movie, but they replaced his prop. He was gonna be a coffee pot, but he wasn't. But he still might return because Edwin did make a coffee-like thing, so he might return. Next we have Purple Guy, not Purple Guy as in William Afton, but Purple Guy. He says he's not William Afton. He says he's a different guy. That's him. There you go.
Believe that?
I mean, it's FNAF World, man. He's based on the FNAF 3 sprite, obviously. You have all the sprites here. Next we have Enum Dude, or Scott Cawthon, who is the final boss of the base game. And then when you unlock him as a character, he's like a lot smaller, and he's called Enum Dude. And so, obviously, he's like... I keep saying obviously. He's Scott's profile picture, and Scott's profile picture is one of his first games called There Is No Stop Button, or something like that. Or like you just keep moving forward. Like it's a fun game, honestly. It's like a rage game. But yeah, I like him a lot. And then here's Chipper. You get to learn about Chipper. So Chipper was this like from the previous game, but that before FNAF, and people were like so upset by like the design of the characters because they thought they looked like soulless animatronics. So he made FNAF. And honestly, Chipper and Sons is a weird game. Like some of the screenshots I've seen, there's like cannibalism in that game or something, and like people going missing. It's so interesting to me. But Chipper is a playable character in this game, but also before he was a playable character in the Halloween update, he was a boss, Chipper's Revenge, who has like every attack in the game, and like wants to get revenge on Freddy Fazbear for stealing the spotlight from his game.
Real.
Valid crash out. Oh, here's the rest of the characters not mentioned. So these are all the playable characters in the game I haven't mentioned. Are you ready?
Yep.
Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Fredbear, Marionette, Balloon Boy, JJ, Spring Bonnie, Endo 1, Endo 2, Paper Pal, Soy Freddy, Wither Freddy, Phantom Freddy, Never Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Wither Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, Never Bonnie, Tracker, Chica, Toy Chica, Phantom Chica, Wither Foxy, Mangle, Phantom Foxy, Nightmare Foxy, Golden Freddy, Nightmare Fredbear, Nightmare, Phantom Marionette, Nightmare Yon, Phantom Mangle, Phantom Balloon Boy, Nightmare Balloon Boy, Spring Trap, and Plush Trap.
Yay.
Chica's Magic Rainbow.
Yes, you know that.
What you know about Chica's Magic Rainbow? I want you to give me a detailed explanation right now.
Nothing.
I was really hoping you start reading the. I was really hoping you start reading the slide. It'd be really funny.
Oh. Nah, dude, that is all you.
It's the final boss of the Halloween update. That's it.
Oh.
She's evil. Oh yeah, her minigame's really over and unfair too. So that's why like you already hate the rainbow, and then she becomes the final boss. That's the funny part. Soul Dozer's next, which is it's from Desolate Hope as well. Oh no, it's from the Pilgrim's Process, right? Different game that Scott made. And he's also the final boss of Foxy Fighters, because the whole point is that this is all reused code that he's using for the mini games in FNAF World. They're not, but like that's the joke. That's like the lore reason. So you shoot him as the final boss of the Foxy Fighters minigame, and then he dies and doesn't appear again ever. Here's Security Owl, which is the final boss of normal mode, and stands in between you and Scott Cawthon in hard mode. He has Alarm, which is an ability that requires shield, otherwise he'll just kill you because it does 999 damage. He's not really memorable, but like he like inspired an enemy in a FNAF fan game. That's about it. And then we have all of the FNAF World enemies. Many of them are unique or even like original creations. Like there's no like base for them, like Bounce Pot. Like he's kind of original for this game, and then he appears later as Easter eggs. But like things like Red Bear are obviously based on Fredbear. And now I'm gonna name every single enemy from this game and from the troll demo I mentioned earlier. Exclamation mark 2222. Ampersand up arrow dollar sign left parenthesis. Anchovy, Auto Chipper, Ball Boy, Bear Trap, Big Jack, Black Trap, Bounce Pop, Bouncer, Box Bite, Brow Boy, Bubba Cheesehead, Chillax, Chop and Roll, Colossal, Crab Apple, Dogfight, Eyesore, Flan, Gear Rat. 6 right arrows Gold Endo, Gold Mine, Graveweed, Half Baked, Jangle, Mad Endo, Mad Jack, Mad Crab, Merengue, Middleman, Mini P, Mud Pie, Neon, Overclock P, Goon, Party Hat A, Party Hat B, Pork Patch, Prototype, Purple Guy, Squad Endo, Quarry, Red Bear, Rot, Seagoon, Seaweed,
like
Security,
that.
Snow Cones, Super Goon, Tangle, Tombstone, Totemal, White Rabbit, and Zangle.
Super Goon.
Yeah. You don't know about Super Goon, bro? See, you love FNAF now. Now you know about Super
I can
Goon.
imagine. Hell yeah, bro.
I'll quickly over Freddy in Space series. This is one of the mini games in FNAF World, and then it became Freddy in Space 2 to raise money for charity, and it became Freddy in Space 3 for the FNAF movie. I'll talk about it later. But like the joke is like these are like the failed spin-offs that Scott made, and Scott right here is like the final boss of Freddy in Space.
That's funny.
Next we have Desk Man, who he like does nothing. He did nothing in like the first update, but in update 2, he he's like Henry Emily or something like that. He mentions Circus Baby, and then he fucking dies. So like that was to show that you know, Sister Location was coming. And yeah, now we're moving back to the future with Ultimate Custom Night. There's honestly not many characters I could put here, but I tried my best. Huh?
Is that a fishing rod?
Yeah, because that's her from FNAF World. I told you she had a fishing minigame.
Mm-hmm.
She had a fishing one. Alright, now we have Dee Dee. So like there's no real FNAF World representative in this game, so they decided fuck it. Dee Dee is gonna be the most annoying bitch you've ever heard. She summons a character randomly throughout your night with a random AI value, and she even can select characters that you can't even select from the main menu, like RXQ, which is Shadow Bonnie, Plush Trap, Nightmare Chica, Mini Arenas, Lullabit, and Bonnet. There's even an upgrade in this game, a power-up, where you Dee Dee repel, so she doesn't appear. Here's XOR, or Shadow Dee Dee, who is exactly the same as Dee Dee, but she'll just summon everything. She'll summon all of the secret roster in 50/20 mode, I think, or like at least 3 of them. Oh, my music stopped again. It's so evil that it decides to stop sometimes. Are you ready? Are you taking notes? Are you noting things down?
I have the slideshow. I think I'm fine.
Okay, pop quiz then. Are you ready?
Press C.
Alright, so, Old Man Consequences. He appears from FNAF World, but here you have to like catch his fish or he'll like lock your camera. And there's an old man in Princess Quest that obviously resembles Old Man Consequences. That's about it. He kind of looks like an alligator or something, we don't know, in the 8-bit form.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second one.
He's on the 4th layer of reality.
Oh.
That's about it. Now we have Phone Guy. He appeared in FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3. Now he's here in
second slide
Ultimate Custom Night.
on him.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, there's three slides on this guy.
Oh.
As I learned more about this, I had to keep adding to him. But yeah,
Fair enough, I guess.
he's still voiced by Scott Cawthon. He might be dead. Well, he is dead. But like, it's theorized that his soul like started possessing the phone because it was the closest thing he was holding on to.
That's sad.
Can you imagine like dying, like all these robots around you possessed, and then you possess the phone you're holding?
I know. That's so sad.
But yeah, next we have El Chip. I talked about this earlier, but I gave them each their own slideshow here because they're cool. This guy shows his little restaurant. His mechanic is that you have to skip his ad, like Pizza Sim.
That's sad.
Yeah. Actually, Funtime Chica. Her ad is that she's fan art. She will literally flash you.
What?
Yeah, look, she flashes you. She'll have like paparazzi like taking pictures and stuff, and then your screen will be all wavy.
Oh. Okay.
Next we have Music Man, who's the only one of those 3 that can actually kill you. If he gets too loud, he'll get angry and kill you. That's it. Next we have the cutscenes. So there's 2 types of cutscenes, technically 3, but I don't care about the 3rd one. We have Samurai Freddy, Yandere Chica.
Samurai.
Yep.
Oh, he's ramen.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
He tries to attack like an evil Foxy. Freddy does. But like Foxy knows every time he's gonna attack. Then Yandere Chica It's sort of like referencing how William Afton will lead kids to the back room, I think. I believe that's what Yonder Chica like represents. Because I don't know, there's like there's certain lines that line up with how it happens in game. But yeah, she kills everyone she has a crush on. And this is the first sight of a wolf character, I believe, or one of the first sights. This wolf keeps appearing, and I'm pissed about it because we don't get a wolf until Security Breach, and then even then, it's not the same wolf that we've been hinting at. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, help wanted. We got the plush baby or the plushkins. They're the same thing, but they have a different name. There's different variants of plush baby, like red, yellow, blue, mask, unmasked, scrap, and not scrap. In the Halloween DLC, they're called plushkins because why not? They giggle and you have to shine your light on them and they disappear. And they also help baby. That's about it. They're plush babies. I don't like them. Here's Nightmare Endo. He's in the gallery for this game, so he's here. He's a little Easter egg. He's the inside of Nightmare animatronics. Yep. We have the VR Phantoms, which I talked about earlier. They like are missing pieces of themselves. They look really cool. I like how VR Phantoms look. Most of them are there, but not all of them, because like...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, some of them like don't function like in Phantom. Oh no, Phantom Puppet does work. Phantom Puppet works in this game, I forgot. We have the hard mode variants, which I didn't want to list out, but here they are. We got like Neon Chica, Burnt Foxy, Party Freddy, Neon Bonnie, and Shadow Mangle. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
In hard mode, usually it doesn't matter what color they are, but yeah, there they are. Here's Glitch Trap. I prefer the name Malhair because that's just a cooler name. But it's like an AI that mimics William Afton or something, or it's the Mimic. Who fucking knows? It probably is the Mimic, knowing our luck, because the Mimic exists everywhere. As you collect tapes, he'll get closer and closer throughout the game, and then he'll lure you into your thing, and he'll kill you, or he'll like take over your body or something. Which is what happens to Vanessa. And Glitch Trap later is just fucking murdered in Help Wanted 2, so goodbye all the cool lore with him. He does appear in Dead by Daylight though. But here's Franken Freddy, or Dreadbear. I don't know, he's one or the other.
Why is Bro's brand like that?
Well, because you create Franken Freddy, right? He's like a Frankenstein version of Freddy Fivebear. He's really slow, but like he'll kill you in one of the mini games if you don't stun him and slow him down. He kind of looks like Nightmare Fredbear with like that hole in his like middle, right? But like he also kind of looks like Freddy or like Withered Freddy with his face. Yeah, that's it. We can't ask many questions or like think about lore with him because canonically he's in a fucking video game. Canonically, which is annoying. We have Grim Foxy, which I really like because he appears in Princess Quest and also just looks really freaking sick, I think. He's like the coolest Jacko animatronic. Yeah, he lunges at you when he sees you and he's fast, but he's disappears. He like haunts a corn maze. I think it's pretty cool. That's Grim Foxy. We have Toy Proxy, which is just like an unused model. I like how he looks. He's a little funny, little cute little guy. That's it. I'm moving on. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Here's a slight detour. We have the AR games. Some of them appear in Dead by Daylight, but yeah, this mobile game no longer exists, unfortunately. The lore of this game is like Fazbear would send you an animatronic for like an event, but you have to defend yourself because they're bad animatronics. And like there's skins so that we can milk as much money out of you as possible. Here's every single AR skin and character. We have Shamrock Freddy, Chocolate Bonnie, Easter Bonnie, Melted Chocolate Bonnie, VR Toy Freddy, High Score Toy Chica, System Error Toy Bonnie, Radioactive Foxy, Toxic Springtrap, Firework Freddy, Liberty Chica, Flamethrower Bear Endo, Broiler Baby, Scorching Chica, Flaming Springtrap, Ringmaster Foxy, Magician Mangle, Clown Springtrap, Great Escape Freddy, I think it's Golden Freddy, whatever. Katrina Toy Chica, Woodland Toy Freddy, Boulder Toy Bonnie, Swamp Balloon Boy, Black Ice Frost Bear, Arctic Bulwark, Frostbite Balloon Boy, Frost Plus Trap, Heartsick Baby, Blackheart Bonnie, Serpent Mangle, Curse, Little Red Chica, Big Bad Foxy, Dark Water Bear Endo, Sunken Toy Bonnie, Piranha Plush Trap, Clockwork Ballora, Aeronaut Toy Freddy, Jetpack Balloon Boy, Freddy Frostbear, and 8-Bit Baby. And that's not including the skin variants. Which I did not include, luckily. But here are the cupcake skins. Each, like, you know, there's 8-Bit Cupcake,
Pumpkin.
Liberty, Scorching, Calavera, and Moldy. These are just the AR skins. There's no pumpkin in AR. Or, like, you know, I wouldn't. That's not a new character, anyways. But like, these are the cupcake skins. Next, we have the Scott made games. So these are like the troll games and the spin-offs that he made. Yeah, there's a few troll demos he made for some of his games, which are like, I think they're pretty cool. And then the spin-offs are whatever. Fury's Rage is pretty cool. I like Fury's Rage. The other ones are mid. But yeah, here's all 55 enemies in Scott's spin-offs. Already ate Chica, Anim Dude the Revenge, Bat Foxy, Cannon Cupcake, Chica Defense Network, Chicanator, Cyclops Alien, Easter Bonnie, Fox Tank, Foxbot, Franken Foxy, Fully Loaded Rabbit, Ghost Freddy, Hammerhead Puppet, High School Chica Bot, Lols Hacks, Machine Claw, Mad Theorist, Mario Minios, Mecha Plier, Piranha Plant, no, Piranha, Pirate Ship, Pirate Wolf, Pogo Foxy, Poopit Master, Puppinator, Robo Chica, WIP, Rocket Fox, S Cotton, Shadow Mask, Sock Puppet, Terminator Chica, Totem Panic, Anime Bonnie, Blacklight Freddy Plush, Bootleg Foxy, Buff Helpy, Chad Freddy, Chillax, Foxy Coming for Your Booty, Fungal Freddy, German Funtime Freddy, Glamrock Bonnie and the Bonettes, Kawaii Bonnie, Kawaii Cupcake, Kawaii Freddy, Kawaii Freddy Toy, Kawaii Stanley, Guitar Surfer, Lenny Face Freddy, Love Taste Toy Chica, Mr. Chipper, Mushroom Doiser, Party Hat, Pillow Pet Freddy, Pufferfish, Quizmaster Monty, Sanshi Chica Mask, Scott Cotham, Sea Bonnie, Sea Stars, Space Cars, Dreamgeist, Fire Girl, Ice Freddy, Marionette, Mega Brow, Poison Foxy, Punk Mangle, Soul Brawler, Thug Chica, Thug Life Chipper, Trap Vanny, and the VR Sisters.
Bro.
What's up?
What is that? Why are there so many?
Well, because it's all three of these. It's all three of these. I also Freddy's son, who's not an enemy, but he appears at the start of Freddy in Space 2 and at the end of Freddy in Space 2, unless you don't get the good ending. And he's not in Freddy in Space 3 anyways. Here's the troll games. Yeah. These three are all reskins of his original games, and this one might be a reskin, might not be, I don't actually know. But yeah, this is Sit and Survive, this is Doofus, and this is... Did I say what this one was?
Don't remember, bro.
I don't know. I was trying to see if I wrote this down. I did not. But it's like there's no stopping, or there is no something. There's like no breaks, maybe, I don't know. Here's Security Breach. We got Gregbot. He's the main character. He might not be human. I don't know. He destroys a lot of shit in one night. What's your question, soldier?
I don't know. I mean, that's the playable character now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Alright. Here's the Glamrock and the Shattereds. The Shattereds is the version of the Glamrocks when they're broken. The Glamrocks are like, you know, like the 70s inspired, or 80s, I don't know. They're like inspired versions. They're all like low-key hacked into, I think, except for Freddy, because he's booted in safe mode. Here's Freddy. He helps you. He's the only nice one.
Yes.
Gregory can sit inside of him. Yeah. But he will still kill Gregory occasionally. Like if he fucks up the Simon Says in Parts of Service, or if he runs out of power. And there was a theory, I don't know if this is the theory still, but there was a theory he's possessed by Michael Afton.
Oh, why would he help him then?
Because Gregory is the crying child, Michael Afton's brother. So you see, like that's the theory. It's like sort of like that, you know. Here's a bonus, Shattered Freddy. He only appears in like one image. He doesn't exist otherwise.
Vampire?
It's Shattered Freddy, bro. I don't know. He was for Halloween, but They did use
the
the model for the Ruined Freddy, so that's good at least. Here you have Glamrock Chica. She eats a lot of trash, and then she loses her beak and can't talk anymore. Yeah. Then we have Roxanne and Wolf. She loses her eyes and can't see anymore. And then here's Montgomery Gator, who loses his legs and his glasses and isn't cool anymore. He also maybe killed Glamrock Bonnie. We'll never know. We will know. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Here's Sun and Moon, or the daycare attendant. Sun is the one when he's in the light, and then when you turn the lights off, it's Moon, and Moon's evil. And Moon is allowed to free roam the Pizzaplex every hour for some reason. I forget. But yeah, they're in the daycare. They're yeah. Here's Glamrock Mr. Hippo, the honorable mention. He appears in a newspaper in one of the endings. That's about it.
Cool.
Yeah, he's also Mr. Hippo Magnet, but he's not Glamrock Mr. Hippo for some reason, so sure, man. Next we have the Glamrock Endoskeleton, which is like a weeping angel. That's about it. It's the endoskeleton for the Glamrocks. Yep. And then we have DJ Music Man and the Tiny Music Man. The Tiny Music Man looks like the original Music Man, but they're really tiny because he's a toy. And the DJ only has 6 legs, and he looks awesome, and I love the DJ. I love him.
Kind of chill.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy though.
I like his Help Wanted 2 minigame. He's like such a vibe. I love him. Then we have Vanny and Vanessa. Vanessa's a night guard who got promoted really quickly. And then Vanny is maybe her alter ego when she's crazy and wants to kill people. Because there's a lot of missing kids in Security Breach. And she's like absent and ruined except for the Brazil ending. Which the Brazil ending is not real, so who knows?
Okay.
What else is there? I don't know. She's also invisible to the animatronics unless you have the eye upgrade, I think. No, that's not really true. I don't know. She has like a weird thing with the eyes. She like Vanny controls like eyesight with robots or something. Here's staff bots. They're like this humanoid thing with wheels. They just kind of work everywhere for the Pizzaplex because for some reason that's cheaper than paying workers. Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And there's the Nightmare on variants, which actually can kill you if you fall out of bounds, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, that's staff bots. Here's all the variants of them. There's not that many. We have like the security bot, the mop bot, the party one, alien, the Nightmare on, which I talked about, comedy magician, driver assistant, instructor, the pizza bot, attendant, nanny, server, and fizz bot. Next we have the wet floor signs and the caution bots. I call them wet floor signs. They just kind of sit around and they do nothing. But in Ruined, you power them down, and when you power them all down, Glamrock Bonnie's eyes change their glow. Because, I don't know, his soul moved on or something. Here's Mopbot, or no, Matbot, and then he becomes Maskbot because, I don't know, evil.
He has a mask.
Yeah. So yeah, he gives them a map in Security Breach. He's very nice, and then in Ruined, he gives the player a mask, and the mask bot might be possessed by the father of the player character in Ruined.
Ooh.
I didn't follow the lore that closely at this time. I'm not gonna lie. Like I act I act like I know everything, but at this point I was not paying attention. Here's Burn Trap. I like how he looks. I like him a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Why does it look like skin? It looks like burnt skin.
I know, it looks awesome. I like it being look like burnt skin. But like, it's kind of weird because he has his arm back. So like, is he the mimic, or like, did he steal parts from Glamrock Bonnie, which he did not? But whatever. He gets dragged away by the Blob. Here's the Blob. He's big and he's the Blob. He is an amalgamation of all the animatronics agony, and he has probably not many souls in it, or any at all. He also stole pieces and props from display cases throughout the Pizzaplex. He's very aggressive because he's just fueled by agony. and he makes a brief Easter egg in Ruined, which means that he is like real. He is canon in the universe because Ruined is canon.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah. Here's the Balloon World minigame where you see total eclipse for a second. That's what this is called for some reason. I don't know. It's just a game like Flappy Bird, and if you touch like a little I can't speak. If you touch a purple thing in this game, there's a weird glitch thing. It might be Eclipse. It might not be. We'll see Eclipse later, technically. Here we have Cassie, which is the player character of Ruined, who wants to help Gregory, but gets tricked by the Mimic. She dies. Here's... Yeah?
Yeah.
She dies in an elevator, man. Here's Help You with an Eye. He's an AI that helps Cassie, maybe. He deactivates the entity, which the entity was keeping the Mimic trapped, so Helpy kind of is a weird, because he is trying to help the Mimic, but he's also helping Cassie. I don't understand it.
It was just devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Helps both sides.
Here's Mixes, or the entity. It contains the Mimic and combats the glitch trap virus. It will get Cassie killed by luring animatronics towards her, but it can't kill her himself, because it's... I don't know, it's just peg trap, it's not real. There you go. Here's Ruinborn Afton, honorable mention. It's Mixes if he was cool, because it's the beta design. It's not in the game. It's just in the game files. It's an unused, but I love him. Here we have Ruined Monty. He's ugly. He swims in the water. He has like no shell, and yeah, he dies. He gets electrocuted. Here we have Chica, and she also dies. She has trash in her, and she's yucky.
She has trash in her.
You can see the trash bag. It's yucky. Then we have Roxy, and she's actually pretty cool because she's wearing a mask. And when you put on the mask, she also becomes AR Roxy because you can see her faces and stuff. You can see like what she's missing.
That's cool.
Yeah. And she actually is nice to you because Cassie and Roxy are they're like best buds. And Roxy remembers Cassie, which is pretty cool. And we have Ruined Freddy, or Prototype Freddy, because on his foot is the word prototype. And we don't know if this is the same Freddy as the one in Security Breach, but it might be. And Gregory might just be low-key evil. Who knows? I think so, but whatever. Yeah, he has a gift in his stomach as well, which is pretty cool. He kind of looks like Nightmare Fredbear with like the stomach mouth. Then we have Eclipse, which is the daycare attendant, but like he's all yucky right now, and then like he's ruined, and then you have to stab him in the back of the head with your like little data driver, and he'll become Eclipse, and then he'll be normal again. You can get jump scared by them, but like it's really hard to. Like you have to go out of your way to get jump scared by them. Here's Glamrock Bonnie. He's dead. Moving on. We have Ruined Music Men.
Okay.
The little Music Men are like all over the place. You have to lure them away. But the giant one you don't get to see till Help Wanted 2. He's still kicking. He's still alive. Next we have the giant Glamrock Endo. When Cassie has the mask on, a huge deactivated giant Glamrock Endo's in the path. I don't know why he's so big. I don't know why he's there. He's just in the way. And then there was going to be planned a Ruined Endo, but it never was finished. Finally, we have the Mimic. There it is.
One, the only.
Except, it's the Ruined Mimic, because he has a different design later. He fits any size suit. He mimics things it sees. He wears a few suits at the end of Ruined, but yeah. I'm not going to talk about the Secret of the Mimic lore right now. Help Wanted 2. Here's an honorable mention real quick. Princess Quest, which we played in Help Wanted 1, Security Breach, and yeah. This game as well, where we actually kill, I believe, the princess from Help Wanted, from Princess Quest. But yeah, it's where you get to see the princess, which is maybe Cassidy, I don't know. It's someone. Then we have Glitch Trap as that big giant purple blob, and we have Glitch Trap enemies, which I don't know what they represent. I'm not gonna lie to you, probably just like a virus. We have Captain Foxy. He's Foxy, but he's actually a pirate captain, and like he's pretty cool. He appears in Help Wanted 1's Halloween DLC, and I forgot about it. Yeah. But in Help Wanted 2, the log ride has some other characters, like the pirate Ghost Freddy and pirate Ghost Bonnie, and as well as Mermaid Chica. Yeah, they don't really have official renders because they're just cardboard cutouts, like they would be in any log ride. We have Mystic Hippo, who does nothing unless you're on the PS VR version, in which case she will tell you what card you're looking at in front of her. That is all she does. She tells you to stare at a card, and she'll tell you what card you stared at. Here we
Not
have
much of magic in a video game.
Yeah, it's almost like PSVR sucks. Here's Carney. Whoa, he's a carny, you know, like from a carnival, and he'll sit in his booth. He resembles like a rock star animatronic, like Lefty, but like he obviously isn't. So it's interesting. There actually is some lore to this. I realized recently. He'll like get set on fire due to the player's actions in his mini games. Like that's how you beat Help Wanted 2, is you have to like set him on fire. And that fire leads to Fiona dying, and we'll get to Fiona later. But first, Jacko Moon, who is the antagonist of the log ride levels. You have to shoot like little flashlight things to close doors, or he'll jump scare you. He's the last Jacko animatronic, but what I hate is that it's Jacko Moon, but he looks like Sun. So what the fuck? Like, where's his moon hat if he's Moon? It's so annoying, but whatever. Here's Head Chef Staffbot. They stand above you in the chef mini games, and they tell you what to do. And if you fuck up, they'll jump scare you, because fuck you. The staff bots do jump scare you in this game. They do kill you. Next we have the Bonnie Bullhead. The Bonnie Bullhead will fucking kill you if you don't bonk it in the nose. It's just like, you know, it's you're playing bowling, and he starts coming after you. He starts chomping. He's going to eat your ass. Alright, next we have the Fast Force figures. These are like little collectible toys. They all have names, I believe, but except for like the puppet one and the Freddy one, or the Golden Freddy one, I mean. And then together they become Fazbototron. Yeah. Fazbototron. Pretty cool, I think. I think it's pretty cool. It's a reference to Power Rangers.
Yep.
And Transformers.
I got that
a little bit. I think it's that. And we have Seeker the Mimic. Here's the Mimic from Seeker the Mimic, aka M2. He mimicked David. Edwin freaked out, beat him, and then M2 realized, wait, I can beat people, and he started beating people and killed them.
Kill people?
Yeah, because he kind of lacks his own identity, and he was just like, fuck it, I'll just be evil. Because like he's not really ruined, he's much more aggressive and has like less stuff on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just shows like how long between the two it is. Here we have an overview of all the mascot suits. It's just, you know, the Mimic can wear basically everything in the game. He can contort, expand, shrink, and manipulate its body to fit any suit. Even other animatronics can become suits as well, which we'll get into. Here's all the suits real quick, including the ruined ones. We have Party Time Chica, White Tiger, just Mascot Moon, Elephant, Penguin, Lion, Birthday Puppy, Sharpay, Hedgehog Hudgy, Lyrical Lemur, Mycelium Men, Swing Bee, and Jester. And the above may have variants like different colors, unfinished suits, or similar animals or designs that use the same base, or even ones that are just covered with a tarp. At the start of the game, you're greeted with the welcome show that the investors would go on, and these are all the animatronics at the welcome show, which are Mr. Rocktopus, Jug Band Hippo, Jug Band Monty, Jug Band Frogs, Xylophone Snake, Lasso Pig, Swing Bee, Birthday Puppy, Juggling Duck, Diving Seal, and the welcome show camera. But yeah, obviously some of these become like different characters later on.
This is stupid.
Look, man, it's Secret the Mimic. We're like almost done. We're like 100 away.
100 away, yeah.
My throat is
Can you do
on.
100 in like 30 minutes?
Okay. Can I do 130 minutes? Bet. Let's go. Jackie, she's fucking backy. She gets possessed by the Mimic. She throws a guy through a wall. That's all she does. She rips herself out of her box. Big Top, he rips himself out of the floor. He asks for tickets. He's like the original version of Music Man, theoretically. And Mimic also controls him, which means he really will fit any suit. Next, we have Dolly. She literally melts. She literally is thrown into a recycling, like, molten thing. After she tries to recycle you, after she rips herself off the floor. So that's all 3 main antagonists rip themselves off the floor to get to you.
Wait, what do you mean rip themselves off? Like...
So, alright, Jackie is usually in a box, right? She's usually in a box. She rips herself out of the box to get you. Then Big Top is usually in the middle of a room. Maybe he can just move by himself, but he moves to, like, out of the room that he's usually supposed to be in to get to you. And then Dolly is on tracks, and she rips herself off the tracks to get to you.
Dang.
So yeah, this is all the destroyed ones. Jackie loses her nose, Big Top's jaw breaks, and Dolly obviously is
What did you do to
molten.
make these guys hate you so much?
Existed. Here's the prototype animatronics. You get the 4 wearable Springlock ones being Monty, Bub, prototype Spring Bonnie, and prototype Fredbear. And then there's the 4 main ones, Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica. This shows that, damn, these characters were older than we thought, which is stupid. Whatever. Here's the proto mimics. These things are probably built by the Mimic because they look stupid as fuck. So the Mimic was probably mimicking Edwin or something, trying to make more mimics, and they fucking failed. And they'll try to attack Arnold. They probably all die in the fire at the end of the game. Next we have the mannequins. They don't move, but they kind of do. They're weird. They have a speaker which says lines that maybe customers would say to like give the investors that are supposed to be touring the right idea, but there is no investors and they just kind of are a nuisance. We have Mr. and Mrs. Helpful, which are voiced by Fiona Murray and Edwin Murray. They are just, the first version of Helpy, and they don't know, they're really cool. They remind me of the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men. We have the puppet crew here for a little Foxy stage play, with not Foxy as a captain because there's a pirate captain Springlock suit. We have Puppet Roxy, Kit, Boston, and Renard, which I don't know which ones are which, but those are the names of the crew. Then we have the Springlock suits, which I already mentioned, Monty and Bub. But then Pirate Captain actually has a gun, and you can like shoot balls out of it, which is pretty cool, I think. Then we have the Cleanovax, which is the first version of the Caution Bot. Obviously, it's adorable. You can pet him in the game. I love him. We got the Digityper, first version of the Staff Bot. They're creepy. I don't like them. We got Sleepy Moon, which is the only one where it's unclear if they are possessed by the Mimic or not. This might just be like a thing. This might be a creepy guy in a suit. We don't know. And it's also an enemy in the Moon.exe minigame, which I don't know anything about, and I won't pretend to. Here is F10N4, or Fiona, in case you can't use Leet speak. It's the Mimic 1. You know how it's called M2 for the Mimic? This is M1, which is the first Mimic that takes care of David after Fiona's death at the Faz Festival. Yeah, M1 actually helps Edwin try to protect others from M2 when M2 goes rogue. And the sun-like design on these screens might somehow influence the daycare attendant in the future, as well as the Sleeping Moon might influence the daycare attendant. Who knows? Here's honorable mention. Stan's Budget Tech is actually like referenced here because Stan's Budget Tech steals the mediocre melody designs from Fiona, which is why like there's the frog, the hippo, and the pig. They stole all of those designs from Edwin and Fiona. Then we have Deadeye Roxy, who is kind of odd. I don't understand why a cowboy would have green hair, let alone in like the 70s or 60s. Like, why do they have green hair? It doesn't make any sense.
Green highlight.
I know, but like, why? How?
Why not, bro?
What? But like, do you know of anyone in the 60s or 70s that had a green highlight in their hair?
No.
Like, I don't think that's a thing they did back then. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just think it's a bit odd. But yeah, they have a gun. They're a cowboy instead of a pirate, which is kind of funny. So I don't know. She does have a gold tooth. I just realized.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that. You can also she's like kind of like hiding her eyes, which could be a reference to her losing her eyes. That's about it. We have Recovery Team 12. This was the team that came to the manor before Arnold, which is the player character, and they all fucking died. You can find the dead bodies scattered around. That's it. They use a different model than the main character. Here's Trolley Time. It's an elevator. It's like one of those cool kiddie rides where you go up and down, but like it's an elevator for you. That's about it. Here's M2 R&D, or Randy. So R&D stands for Research and Development. This is the Mimic, but he's like in a suit he made. He, composed of all of the prototype pieces he's stolen. Mm-hmm. It might be a separate animatronic. It probably is not. But like, I do like how it composed of like different pieces of the other animatronics. And they cannot kill the player when they're in a springlock suit because it's funny. And here's the various humans I didn't want to mention earlier. Here's the missing children. We have Gabriel, Fritz, Susie, Jeremy, maybe Cassidy, maybe Charlie. We don't know. And I do think it's really funny that Jeremy is used 3 times in the series, where Jeremy is one of the missing children, Jeremy is a night guard in FNAF 2, and Jeremy is a VR playtester who sliced their face off. He was like going insane from the glitch trap virus, so he decided to slice his face off with an office like paper cutter.
Oh, that's actually terrible.
Yeah, it's in the game. It's really cool. I think it's like a really I like when FNAF is gory like that. But anyways, well, you don't get to see it, but you get to hear about it. Here's
it. Okay. Oh, I was like, you should have a picture.
No, I don't have it. I thought I missed the Freddy in Space 2 part. Lulz Hacks isn't here. He's briefly mentioned. Alright, I didn't want to make a Lulz. I can make a Lulz Hacks one. There was a 4th Jeremy in the Fazbear Frights. Was there? I don't think
not
so.
Anymore.
Well, not anymore. He's dead. Is there a Jeremy in Fazbear Frights? I don't think so. I don't remember the phone calls. I'll have to look at the phone calls again. Because the Night Guard's not named Jeremy. It's, if anything, Michael Afton or Hudson. And then unless Phone Dude's named Jeremy. I don't think he is. I don't know. Regardless, Elizabeth Afton, she dies to baby. You already know about that.
Yep.
You get the crying child. He gets bit in the head by that thing, and he possesses Golden Freddy probably. And Golden Freddy might have 2 spirits inside of him. Yeah. We have Michael Afton, who we've talked about a lot. He's the protagonist. Theoretically, this is him as a teenager. This is him as an adult. He gets scooped, becomes a walking corpse, and he just doesn't die. He does burn in the pizza sim with the other animatronics, but he might still be around possessing like Glamrock Freddy or something. We don't know. But speaking of him, there's the bullies. This sort of supports dream theory, as well as like the nightmares being like a dream version of the crying child's tormentors. This Bonnie bully might be Cassie from Ruin's dad. These other 2 we don't know much about, but also it's funny how these 3 have glowing eyes and this one doesn't. But yeah, then we have Charlie Emily. This is her. She dies and possesses Puppet. Here's Henry Emily, co-founder of Freddy's, brilliant engineer. He may have saved Afton from bankruptcy, and he partnered with him in hopes of creating more happiness and for everyone. And he ends up being the one that burns down FNAF 6. Puts everyone to rest as well as killing himself. In the books, he invents an entire robot to kill himself.
That's excessive.
Dude, he invents a robot that should stab him in the gut. And then you know what's really funny? In the last book, I'm pretty sure the robot Charlie convinces lures the other circus baby to right in front of the robot, and they both get stabbed by the killbot. I think. I remember reading that a long time ago. Here we have William Afton. He's the main antagonist. He was a businessman who, after losing a child, became a murderer in search of immortality and the ability to bring back his son from the dead, and his daughter, maybe even. He killed plenty of children in various ways, tortured them, stole remnant. He tried to just figure out how everything worked, and then he eventually became an idiot and died in a springlock suit. The reason he tried to be in the suit is because he thought like, oh, maybe the children will be scared of me because this is what I was wearing when I killed them, right?
Yeah.
William often went by different names, which he probably did when he was alive, because he was a murderer and he was kind of probably obvious for it. But yeah, he went by like Steve Raglan in the movie, and in the Silver Eyes he used Dave Miller. Yeah. Here's Miss Afton. We don't know what she looks like, but here's Clara, Ballora, and the sprite of what we suppose is Miss Afton. He was married because he had children. We don't know much about him. We just know that he was kind of distant. He worked on his career too much. But there is a theory that she's actually still alive, and because everyone else died, she's at the top of Fazbear Entertainment, and she like is the reason Burn Trap exists. Like she is the one bringing back everyone. But we don't know because it's FNAF. The FNAF movie, bunch of different characters. My favorite one's Doug, the lawyer. That's all. Here's Arnold. He only has arms. He doesn't have... Oh, what the fuck? He only has arms.
I thought you said Arnold.
I did. Look, there he is. Arnold. He's only arms.
Oh, okay. Why is it says Arnold, though?
His name is Arnold, but I put Arnold down here because he's arms.
Okay. Okay.
My fault. Here's Edwin Murray. The official design and the fan-made one. I like the fan-made one more. He's really smart. He's an idiot. Here's Fiona Murray. She dies in FazFest in the fire. But she was also probably, honestly, a really good inventor as well as Edwin. Like, she was pretty good as well. Here's Into the Pit. I like the Spring Bonnie in this game because there's an Into the Pit game, and it's really cool. I like that Spring Bonnie a lot. There's a lot of humans in that game, and I will not name them all because there's so many of them. I just don't want to. I just don't care about Into the Pit, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the missing children. I already talked about them. The bodies were inside the main animatronics. You don't really get to see them. But we do know that Susie died first. We get to play as Susie in the Fruity Maze minigame. And the last one killed was the Vengeful Spirit, the one he should not have killed. Cassidy was brutally murdered, much more messy and horrific. And I really like this theory, which is why it's the most horrific one. They theorized that she was put into the suit alive. She was put into the Fredbear suit alive, and then the Springlocks killed her. That's the theory, and I think that's pretty cool because it would make sense to me. And then that's why she's like much angrier, and she'll like keep William Afton alive just for revenge. But there's also a second vengeful spirit, which I might bring up later. Here's Ralph. This is when I learned about his name. His name's Ralph. You can play as him in a book. There's a Choose Your Own Adventure book.
That's cool.
Yep, and the canonical order of events is FNAF 3, it's a pre-recording from way back when. Then he appears in FNAF 2, actually, calling you. And then in FNAF 1, it's pre-recorded and he dies. Here's a merchandise segment. So we have merch in general, varying quality. Different companies have official merch. I think I hear fireworks. I'm pissed.
Seriously?
I hear fireworks, yep.
That's funny.
Here's the blacklight animatronics. This was a very popular type of merch for some reason. They just shine, they glow in UV light theoretically, and they were actually going to be in a game. They were going to be in Help Wanted, but then it was scrapped.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of blacklight ones for some reason. Here we have Dark Springtrap, who doesn't exist, but he appears in this one cutscene where he's not even dark. That's just the lighting, but he only has the dark attribute in merch. There you go. Here's plushies. I like plushies. That's why I included it. I own the Nightmare Fred, or I used to own the Nightmare Freddy plush. I own a Toy Chica plush. I don't have this Toy Chica plush, but I have a Toy Chica plush. I have this. Here's this guy.
What?
Moving on.
He's so derpy.
I don't know. The Tie Guy characters who look really bad. They're real. I really like Tie-Dye Springtrap because he looks like moldy cheese. Anyways, we're moving on. Here's the FNAF AR merch, which I only included because it includes two characters not in FNAF AR. Chocolate Freddy and Chocolate Chica. which were maybe considered and then scrapped, which I think is interesting. Next we have Golden Springtrap, which was a Funko Pop. It was going to be golden. It was unreleased because that would make FNAF fans go insane, and they still made insane because people treat this thing like a god. Next we have the balloon animatronics because they're
look what you're doing right now.
What am I doing?
You made a 320 slideshow.
Yeah. I didn't treat him any well. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm doing my part. Here's the balloon animatronics.
Okay.
They're all Balloon Boy now. Everyone's Balloon Boy.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Like that.
And there's also Circus Freddy and Foxy or something? I don't understand. And next I have the Stitched animatronics, which I think is really funny because they appear in only the sticker book.
Hey, who don't want stickers?
I like them.
Stickers, bro.
I think they kind of like resemble maybe like the FNAF 4 like plushies or something. Like, you're supposed to be like a mix between the plushies and the nightmares. And then there's the Hex plushies that Daco made, which, you know, they're kind of like whatever. I tried with them. Next we have the holiday animatronics. There's a lot of them. I don't know. These are the ones that I include. There's the holiday ones. Next we have My Emoji. There's a bunch of FNAF characters. Yeah. That's it. They're little round ball things. There's different variants like Frozen Over and Little Devils. I don't care enough. Next is models and variations. Oh god. We have Scott's renders. These are the beloved ones. These look the coolest usually. There's obviously some errors. Scott's not perfect. I just really like them. I really like how well Scott made a lot of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very cool. Next we have Steel Wool renders, which I really like. You know, obviously the games aren't as beloved, I feel, but you know, I think they're really cool character designs most of the time. I really like Help Wanted's designs. I really like Secret of the Mimics designs. They just look really cool. I don't know. I like Glitch Trap the most though. I'm very biased. It's like the first official 3D models that we had access to, because we didn't have access to Scott's models for a long time. We have AR renders because Illumix is the company behind FNAF AR, and they were tasked to like make each animatronic and the skins, and like they come in different like conditions. Like some can be like really rusty or like, you know, really damaged. And they did a fantastic job. They're really shiny. They look really good. When they are like damaged, they look really good. I just think that they did a good job. There's a few exceptions though, because I dislike Deep Sea Bear Endo, and I dislike him so much. I don't think he's anywhere on the slideshow. I hope he might be in like the FNAF AR one. Here's a little honorable mention. There's iSex NES and Splinks, both made. I don't know if like it's the texturing or if it's just the models in general, but they made the first FNAF models. I really like them. I saw a firework out of my window. I can literally see them out of my window. God. Yeah. They also made some FNAF 2 models later. I might have credited the wrong person. I should maybe have credited i6 NES. I apologize if they made it. I don't know the lore between them two. I always just assumed it was Splinks. Here's the film adaptations. I really like the film adaptations. I love it being a practical suit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just wish there was more screen time for the second movie because there's like literally none. Next we have 8-bit characters, so like the minigames and stuff. Sometimes it's really cool, like this cupcake. Sometimes it's horrible, like that blob down there at the bottom. It's just, I do think it's fun because like it's hard to make out some things. I think that's important to like keep it mysterious. But I do like how you can sort of like tell and infer things. Like you can tell it's probably Golden Freddy because it's slouched and it's yellow. I don't know. I really like 8-bit characters. Moving on, we have 8-bit Continued. These are like the special characters like Shadow Balloon Boy and Shadow Puppet, which only appear in FNAF 3 minigames. I do think it's also important that depending on like what game you're talking about, the art style is either more consistent, less consistent, or better or worse. Like Security Breaches, like 8-bit minigames are obviously a lot better than FNAF 2's minigames, which are horrible. We have a dishonorable mention, and then we're going to continue. We have the book versions. Yeah,
There's
we have.
so much merch for this.
Yeah, there's a lot. We got all the book versions. They're mostly the same, but you know, Circus Baby obviously looks more humanoid. Springtrap looks way fucking cooler, I think. I just really like the design. I like how they stayed very like consistent, I think. I think they tried their best and I really like it. Next we have beta designs, which sometimes beta designs are way better than the original, like with mixes. But I don't know. I just think it's really interesting to look at the beta designs because they could be cool. Like there's like pink versions of Fun Times, which I like purple much better, but that's just because I'm more used to it purple, I think. Like honestly, it just looks like Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy switched. Next we have drawings. I don't know who drew these. Like I don't think Scott drew these himself, but if he did, it's kind of funny.
Kid draw.
I don't know. I just really like them. I do think it's funny because like
They're fun,
yeah. I like how it's like my day at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Like I don't think the kid drew like my day at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. They probably drew the drawing. And it's like just a paper that's like blank with those like letters already. I'm assuming that makes sense. But yeah,
really cool actually.
I like it. I think maybe there was some lore back in the day, but there's probably not lore anymore of them. And here's the extra unorganized stuff. There's only one more section after this, and it's like much smaller. This is the big section.
Yeah.
All right. Fazbear Entertainment. That's the company behind Freddy. Next one. FNAF 2 movie. I really liked it. Next one. The only new character is Puppet Leans, and Balloon Boy's really cool because he is like actually like he doesn't steal your flashlight. He is the flashlight. Anyways, we have Transparent Chica, which Abby builds, and I don't know how she built it. I think she cheated, and I can't prove it, but I don't think Abby built that. Anyways, Torture Freddy or Shreddy Faz Chair. That's the thing from the first movie that shreds you. It's pretty cool. Do you like Shreddy Faz Chair? How do you feel about Shreddy Faz Chair?
Faz Chair.
Alright, we got FNAF.
I mean, yeah.
FNAF movie Ella is one of the Springlock suits. Ella is from a book, but in the FNAF movie she's a Springlock suit. I don't really know about it, but it's sort of just like, you know, what's it called? Foreshadowing for William Afton's death. We have Functional Foxy, which is scrapped from the movie, and it's really annoying because this is like the only chance we had of seeing like a repaired Foxy, and we don't even get to see it in the movie. Like, what the fuck, bro?
That sucks.
All right, we have Candy and Sugar the Cat. Candy the Cat is obviously from the Finance of Candy's fan game, which is part of the Fanverse initiative, which I'll get to. But Sugar the Cat was a hoax that honestly was like just stealing Candy the Cat's thunder. Some people thought that Sugar the Cat was actually Wolfie the Wolf, which I think is funny. But Candy is referenced in the FNAF 2 movie as an arcade cabinet. Next we have Dead by Daylight Springtrap because I like him a lot. I like that he's like a third-party rendition of the character with like a full corpse inside of him. And there's an original character called Blighted Springtrap. I accidentally pressed a button. Alright, here's Blighted Springtrap, which is Springtrap, but he's corrupted by the Blight. It's really cool. I like him a lot. We have 5 Laps at Freddy's, which only has one new character, being Endo Wolf, which jump scares you, but they have like new designs for all the characters, as well as Lolbit. Did Wyatt leave? Am I crazy?
No.
Okay. I thought I heard a Discord noise.
Oh.
I'm like tweaking right now. All right. There was gonna be an official Roblox FNAF game. It probably doesn't exist anymore. I'm just gonna move on. There's no characters. The twisted ones are from the novel trilogy. The bottom image is what they look like drawn. The top image is what they look like if we're drawing them based on what they were described as. There was no Twisted Chica, I believe. But then people made a Twisted Chica because, I mean, you can't have everyone else and not Chica.
Yeah, bro.
Here's Twisted Wolf. This is the wolf that keeps being like foreshadowed by everything. Like, I think they were planning to make a wolf sooner than they did, and they just never made a wolf until Security Breach. But yeah, there's Wolf. It's Twisted Wolf. Blue Springlock suit. I don't know. It's in the book. It's a random Springlock suit. It kind of looks like a beaver. I don't know what the hell the purpose would be for this random ass blue Springlock suit. Here we have the Fazbear Frights books. Each book contains 3 stories, same as the Security Breach one. The main antagonist through all of them is the Stitch Wraith, which is sort of a reimagining of Ennard or Golden Freddy, with the new like sort of evil spirits or whatever. Chaos in the Pizzaplex is the same thing, but in the Pizzaplex. So it's the first thing we see of the Mimic, the first thing we see of Tiger Rock, and there's interactive novels that play through the events of Security Breach Ruined in the same in book form. Speaking of interactive novels, there was 3 of them. There's like 4 or 5 now, maybe 6. One of them is Return to the Pit, which is just Into the Pit. One of them is the Phone Guy one. One of them is the Security Breach one. And the one I haven't gone over was very informative Pig, which is a story about someone winning they like won something and then they had to save their brother because they won. Like their brother was endangered. But VIP stands for Very Informative Pig, or there's also Virtual something Pig inside the book, but I don't have it. Oh, it's Virtual Informative Pig down there at the bottom here. These are all 37 notable book characters. I grouped some of them together, but we have Charlie Emily, John Jessica, Carlton Burke, Marla Jason Lamar, Sammy Emily, Michael Brooks, Suicide Bot, Fetch, Lonely Freddy, Chaser Plushtrap.
Suicide Bot?
Yeah. That's the one that kills Henry. You have Ella, Ralpho, Tagalong, Freddy. I just realized I'm missing a bunch of characters, but that's fine. Coils, Lucky Boy, Faraday, Sea Bonnies, Rosie, Porkchop, Kids That Play Figures, Felix the Shark, Eleanor, The Man in Room 1280, Lally, Haps, B7 Entity, Dreamsphere Moon, Water Park Animatronics, Bobby Dot Home Assistants, Nexi, Nanobots, Bronwyn Light, Capelia, Dave, and the Virtual Informative Pig. I'm missing a few like Charlie's aunt, but like that's fine. And here's Andrew, who also is the Vengeful Spirit. So Andrew. Cassidy might not actually be the Vengeful Spirit. Andrew is like the same, but we learned about him through the books, and he's associated with crocodiles. We learned about him through the Man in Room 1280, and the Man in Room 1280 is obviously William Afton. He's being kept alive in like a coma by the spirit known as Andrew, and the nurses keep trying to kill him, but Andrew keeps him alive. Nice. Yeah, and people think that this one sprite in the Happiest Day minigame is Andrew. So yeah, here's Logbook Chica. They were at the end of the logbook, and they never really appear again. It kind of was a reference maybe to Salvage from FNAF 6. Who knows? They don't really like do anything. They're just there. Here's Beta Tester. There's a person who is not Vanessa who records these. I thought it was Vanessa when I was writing it. But yeah, they record the tapes and they realize, oh shit, I recorded the tapes. Now Glitch Trap is gonna be evil, and yeah, she's probably dead or something. Here's the Help Wanted 1 protagonist. There's nothing that tells us about the player. People kind of think it's Gregory, but probably not. But it's probably just the person who bought the game playing the game, like how it is in AR. In Help Wanted 2, you play as the Fazbear Technician, which is also Cassie's father. Yeah, and he's like and or the Bonnie Mask Kid, which is friends with Michael, so he's the Bonnie Bully. And they will like either be trapped in the machine in Help Wanted 2 by Vanny, or they will possess Mask Bot and Ruined.
Okay.
That's their 2 fates, I think. Here's Matthew Patthew. It's the game theorist. He appears in the FNAF movie. We love him. He's retired. I miss him. Here's Crazy.
He's retired? Wait, what?
Well, you know, he's no longer the head of it. He like stepped back. He took a step back. He's not really retired.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the Crazy indie developer. So Steve Snodgrass is sort of the explanation of what Help Wanted meant. So every single FNAF game before Help Wanted was made by Steve Snodgrass, theoretically. It is like meant to be a mischaracterization of the events of that happened at Fazbear. So we don't really know. But the developer was killed as a cover-up after he finished making all the games. I don't know. It was interesting. And then we have the Day Shift guys, which we don't really know about. We just know that on the Day Shift, the Bite of Age 7 happened. Maybe William Afton was on the Day Shift. We don't know. Here's an honorable mention about Bear 5. It's a fan character with Freddy, and then Freddy's jump scare or hallucination face over his face, and then he's holding a bloody knife instead of a mic. I think it's really funny. I really like Bear 5. He appears in like a lot of fan content, and I really like how he's in like a few Roblox games and a few fan games I've played. I like him a lot. Here's amalgamations. There's a lot of them in the game. There's Ennard, Molten Freddy, like Tangle, and then there's even an amalgamation in the novels, and there's even like fan-made amalgamations. They're just kind of important. I noticed that. I thought it was cool. Here's Buff Helpy. It's Helpy, edited over a buff guy, and it's canon now. Here's the Talbot files, which were like a fan-made fake version. It's just fake. It was like a beta version of the Freddy files, and it was never made. It wasn't real. But the name Talbot has appeared in a couple fan-made projects, I think. Here's the Freddy Fazbear trash can, which are actually called Tidy Bears. There are no association with FNAF, though someone made a video in Polish with the or, and then a second video was made in English by like a child. You know what I mean? There's the O cholera, si tu Freddy Fazbear. Yes, that's Polish.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So here's GummiiBear. This is Scott Cawthon's adopted son. GummiiBear is a candy version of Fredbear, who was bitten in 1989 by the crying child. This would go down as the Bite of 89 incident. GummiiBear then went on to possess a human and died in a car crash later that day, never being seen in the series again. I think Scott like low-key covered it up. And we don't know the lore significance at all, but he's like really chopped. This is the only image we have of him.
I hate this so much. So funny.
There's a bunch of hoaxes. These are like, you know, they're usually really stupid. There's like Devil Freddy, there's Salvage, Nightmare JJ, Markiplier. There's a bunch of hoaxes. Cupcake adjacent things. There's like versions of Cupcake like Toy, Funtime, Nightmare, Golden Shadow, Giant, and Glamrock. And there's Cupcake things like the Jack-o'-lantern, Chicken, Shake, and Burger. Edwin invented a bunch of shit like a vacuum cleaner and a coffee pot. That's all. I don't really know. And here we're finally at fan games. We're almost done. We're almost there. The Fazbear Fanverse Initiative. Scott funds fan game people to make fan games. There's only 3 that are currently part of it, which is Pop Goes, Candies, and The Joy of Creation. There's canceled ones like FNAF Plus because the creator was getting hated on for not liking Ruined, which was kind of weird. And then the One Night at Flumpty's was canceled because Jonah Chrome was a bad person. I won't say why, but you know. These were the considered games. Scott asked a bunch of people to make games. Some of them, like Jollies was like gonna be a part of it, but he was made aware that it's based on Jollibees, which would be copyrighted, so it was canceled. And then there's Aftonville, which like they couldn't finish it because of the lack of time, so they couldn't really submit theirs. And there's the first FNAF fan game, which is really old. We has the Treasure Island, which is based on a Abandoned by Disney creepypasta. They just have an inverted Mickey Mouse as like the main guy. It's just so funny to me. But I've played the most recent version. It's like my favorite. And they even have a sequel, and they're actually making a remaster of the remaster, I believe. So like they're making a 6.5. That's their version, 6.5. Then we have the Day Shift at Freddy's trilogy. I just had to include it because I like them a lot. We have Dave Miller, and what's this guy's name again? Old Sport? I don't know. I really like Day Shift at Freddy's. I could do a slideshow on this game specifically because it just has a lot of stuff. I was really into it when I was making that slide. Then we have hoaxes turned fan games. So like Sparky appears in a lot of fan games, as well as like Withered Toy animatronics. This one's from one called Fazbear Entertainment Storage, which I played and streamed and I really liked. Then we have Fredbear fan games. Fredbear appears in a lot of fan games. People really, really like Fredbear in fan games. There's like too many. There's too many Fredbears. There's too many. That's the end.
All right,
You did it.
How long?
It was like 3.
2:20.
2:20. Hey, new record.
That's pretty good, bro.
All right, what should I add?
I'm so tired.
What do you mean you're so tired? That was
Bro,
so
what
fast.
do you mean?
That was so quick. Alright, hang on.
Oh, it's 10-10.
Note to self.
Dude, I expected to go to 11. I was not gonna go to 11, but I was expecting to go to 11. I can't lie.
I mean, yeah, I was expecting 3 to 4 hours, but I skipped so much of it because I knew we were running out of time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did that. I'm fine with that. I said everything I wanted to say. There's just so many. I definitely missed a lot of book characters.
It's
so if I
too
were to add
much
anything,
lore. It's just it's so stupid.
this isn't even the lore. This is just the characters. Like I didn't go in deep into the lore, but like I'm just
Yeah.
trying to mention every character. If I said a character by name, I'd be happy. I definitely should go back and like add a bit more like important characters because Law's hacks is kind of important. He is the main boss of Freddy in Space 2. I should probably like do more about that. But yeah, that's my stream.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
There you go.
Say goodbye.
Bye, chat.
Thank you
Love
for
you
watching.
guys.
Now I wait 5 seconds to make sure that it catches up to delay.